Come on in and welcome. It's the Ice Guys Live Betcast, powered by Boston Hemp Inc. Join Ian Cameron, Alex B. Smith, and a vast rotation of guests throughout the night as they live bet all the action in the National Hockey League, shift by shift, goal by goal. So sit back, grab a beverage, and cash along with the Ice Guys. Here's Ian and Alex B.
Welcome to another Ice Guys Live Betcast, and tonight we are with you for everybody, free for all, to the public, and good to be back with you. It's been a while since we've done a free Betcast open to everybody.
Yep.
I think it was middle of April, early part of April, so that's like a month and a half. So it's good to be back to everybody that's been joining us. Of course, if you're a Patreon member, you know all about how much we enjoy these Betcasts, because we've done a ton of them already. In the playoffs. We've only done the one free Betcast in April. This is our second one for free, but we've done about, 5, 6, 7 for Patreon members only. So that's why it pays to be a Patreon member, but we're happy to have you with us tonight, free for all on this edition of the Ice Guys Live Betcast. As we get ready for Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Final between the Florida Panthers and the Carolina Hurricanes. Ian Cameron, Alex B. Smith, Pearlo, and Jonathan Davis are here at the moment, ready to get this party started. We're just a few minutes away from puck drop. Remember, these TNT games start earlier than the ESPN ones do. They don't wait till 8:20. They don't have some magical, moment in time when we've got to start the game like ESPN does. They started closer to the top of the hour, so we really are about to get underway here as far as Panthers and Hurricanes is concerned. We'll just go around the horn quickly, Alex, as far as any pregame bets you want to repeat that you mentioned earlier and or live targets that you're interested in.
Yeah, we got Carolina to score the first goal in the first period, plus 125. They have to come out guns blazing if they stand a chance in this game and in this series. Now, I also did grab Florida 4-0, plus 500. Florida to win the series 4-1, plus 375 earlier before this game. Also, my best bet is Carolina over a half goal in the first period, tied with Florida money line. I got plus 300 on that parlay. And then my two bargain bins were Eetu Luostarinen, anytime goal, plus 850, and Gustav Forsling, anytime goal, plus 1200.
Sorry about that. Game 2, Pearlo, how are you approaching it?
I got Hurricanes first 5 shots, minus 120.
Yep, I bet that too.
The Pearlo special, as you guys have coined it. Panthers to win from behind, plus 320. Panthers ML and under 5.5. I also have first period draw, exact score 1-1 first period, draw plus 300. Panthers team total over 2.5.
All right, good stuff. And Jonathan, what are you looking at here? And I think we all like Luostarinen. You brought it up in our group chat. We're all on some form, either point or goal or assist or some combo of them. But what are you liking tonight?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that. I went with Freddie under saves and Bob over. Bob
over makes sense. Carolina will probably throw a lot of pucks, high volume shooting.
I mean, Carolina's second in the league in shots on goal in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I got Bennett over 2.5 shots. That was another one that I liked. I did a parlay with Seth Jarvis and Kachuk, each to get a point. And I got the Pearlo special.
Yeah,
I think pretty much. I grabbed Evan Rodriguez over one is to get one assist plus 255.
I got that too. Yeah.
He's been a point machine. He's worth a look for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and the number went down. I didn't realize it. Actually, get credit to Josh Ingles pointed that out, that I think it was as high as $3 the game before. So the books are wising up a little.
Yeah, no doubt. So like you mentioned, they haven't wised up on Eetu Luostarinen, though. I think the great Steve Goldstein, Goldie on Ice, who does the Panther games on television, rhymed off a list of McDavid and Rantanen and these great list of names that have only those have more points in the playoffs right now than Luostarinen, which is pretty impressive what he's been able to do. And he's just gotten even more dangerous offensively here in these recent last few games. And that third and that fourth line both have been the driving force of the Panthers, believe it or not, offensively. They've been just as impactful as the usual suspects like Reinhart, Barkov, or Hagee and company. And again, Kachuk's just been held down, and I think he's playing way less than 100% part of it. But yeah, here it is: McDavid, Draisaitl, and Rantanen. 3 players that have more points in the playoffs so far than E2, Kuhlman, Luostarinen. That's some good company.
Well, in Verhaeghe, Hockey Night was pointing out that Verhaeghe's just behind Draisaitl in goals the last 3 years in the playoffs. And then that fourth line they showed outscoring the opposition 4-0 since they've been put together.
Yeah, that's impressive. Yep.
My props, I'll give you my props quick because one of them is going to be, I also have Bobrovsky over saves, but it's over 8.5 saves first period at plus 120. And then I have Slavin over 2.5 blocks, over 1.5 shots, and to score a goal at plus 1,100. And I took one, he had such a bad game last game, that I just took a little shot at Morrow to get a goal at plus 1,700 at 0.05. Just because it was like he's better than what he showed last game. So I gave it a shot. Walker over block shots, that's a big one. And over, I got him ATG and ATA. ATG at plus 1,400. He's up in the top 4 now. He shoots like crazy when he's up in the top 4. And he can pot one today. He's also scored 2 in the last 10 at plus 1,400. I thought that was a good one. And Hall over 1.5 shots. Plus, I got the Luostarinen. I got that Rodriguez. And I took Greer for a goal at plus 1,400 down there on the bottom.
The whole line.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
The whole line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gadjevich, Greer, and Noshik.
Yep. And I got him for a goal at plus 800 because we were talking about how we think that defense is going to be this is going to be a big defenseman series. So.
Ian, I was tempted to take the Dundas native tonight since he got inserted, but didn't pull.
Yeah, Jankowski is back in the lineup. That was the one change up front for Carolina tonight. Kotkaniemi riding the pine tonight. I don't blame Rod for doing that. Kotkaniemi's just not been overly noticeable.
He's been non-existent.
No. So I don't mind that. So especially when it's some local flavor getting put into the lineup there for this team.
He's got a little more size and ability.
Yeah, that's I think the big part in the decision making.
It's been a big week for your city, Ian, with the NBA MVP also hailing from your town, right?
No doubt. Very happy for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. No question about really that. Cool. And like I said, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out for the rest of the series. For the we got a goal, Florida. I was just about it's Forsling. It's Forsling.
Yes!
Let's go! Alex in the first 2 minutes.
Hell yeah!
1-0 Panthers.
Oh my
God, what a gut punch start for Carolina. To give up a goal in the first minute and change. Oh, it was a turnover too, and Gus Forsling. Oh, that's got to be stopped, man.
Shocking! Another point from a defenseman.
Nice play.
That's not a great goal for Freddie. I mean, no screen. It's a nice shot, but come on, no screen. Nobody in front. That's not what you want to see. That's not a good way to get Freddie confidence going again.
Kachuk got an assist.
I think he did. And now Florida's pressing again here. Oh, but yeah, you can see a little bit rattled, a little bit shook. Carolina. They need to string a good shift here. You know, this could come off the rails pretty quickly. You need a good shift here in response.
Fuck it, let it fly. Cheers, y'all.
There we go. That's worthy of a holy fuck. Bargain bin special. What's
What was he
troubling
at?
you guys?
First shot of the game when you get the bargain bin special.
Not too bad.
Holy mackerel, yep. Remember, these D are scoring for Florida. Ekblad's been scoring.
Yeah, they're number one in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what's funny is the first shift, Carolina had some good forecheck going, and then the next thing you know, Florida's down at the other end, turnover, and it's in the back of the net. Oh, that is there's a mental test right now for Carolina. Big time.
Yep.
And they don't look like they're passing it too well.
Yep.
They look like they're rushing everything. They look confused, making weird passes to one guy with 3 guys around them, and not good.
Unbelievable. And he had oh my God, Sam Calmer not only had Forsling, Alex's bargain bin, but first goal scorer, 55-1.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Nice.
I was just looking at that.
I'm gonna have to
That
start
is
doing that with the
sweet,
Bark.
buddy.
I'm usually content enough with just them scoring it all, but
Love to hear
that's a hell of a
Love to
bet
hear
right
that.
there. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Peanut,
Wow.
what's going on?
Hey man, what's up?
The nuts.
I know you
Not
haven't
too
missed.
much.
You haven't missed anything. I'm kidding. Yeah.
I jumped in with Alex earlier today, man. I was debating it, and then I heard him say it 4-0 and 4-1 in the series for Florida. So
I forgot there's a free betcast. It's public. We got bots already rolling in the chat. Yeah. You got to remember that. Yeah. Okay,
Now,
Carolina, that's good. They're in the zone here, throwing pucks at the net, but again, Florida's not letting them get through.
You know where I got that? The nuts, Peanut? You a poker fan?
no.
When you got the best hand that you can have in a hand, it's called the nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts.
So we got the nuts, Peanut.
Wow. Oh, another turnover. Who's that? Svechnikov. Oh my goodness.
He was 70-1 at FanDuel. Forsling.
Oh, it was even better there. Wow. Holy mackerel. Sam didn't bet it, but actually, it actually looks like it is a FanDuel ticket. He must have bet it when
Maybe it moved.
maybe it moved a little bit since he bet it, because it definitely looks like it was FanDuel just based on the.
Yeah, man, I'm just looking. I just did a bunch of screenshots before late this afternoon, my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he bet it live at 55-1
Oh, okay.
at
Yeah.
FanDuel.
Oh,
What's
well,
funny is
that's
you usually get a worse
win.
price live at the beginning of the game.
Well, he
with a
did
lot
from
of those.
70-1 to 55-1. Yeah, so he did get the worst price, but so
Yeah. There we go. Ryan Wilkinson giving Alex the praise there. Yeah, great stuff.
Oh.
thanks, Ryan.
Very
We
good.
need 2 more shots for Carolina.
Yep, 3-1 Carolina, race to 5. Yep.
That's my best bet for today.
Race to
So
3
I
is
want-
hit. There was a couple books that
Yeah,
had
I
race
said
to 3.
that. That's the only one that I saw
Mm-hmm.
on FanDuel.
That's a good market to explore, especially when you know it's a team that's needing to step it up and urgency
It's
and they need to
Carolina.
win. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I like about Carolina is the last couple shifts they've, put some pressure on, had some ozone time. They haven't curled up into this little ball and roll into the fetal position, suck their thumb. They can't do that. You can't be Leaf like. You got to keep playing. It's a 60-minute game, not a 5-minute game.
Yeah. Well, this would be over. If it was the Leafs, this game would already be over. Everybody's leaving the
Yes.
stands, man.
Well, it's just the reason I bring them up is because every time something bad happens to them, it's like.
Oh no,
they
I
panic.
get it. No, it's
We
no.
saw
It's
it in Game 7.
That's
Yeah,
true,
once
that's what I'm
Florida got
saying.
that
It
1-0
would be
lead,
over,
it was just all Panthers after that. Yep.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yep.
So there is one person who's been there for all 13 losses.
Who's
for
that?
the conference final
Yep.
losing streak, for Carolina. Yep.
There's been
Oh.
one.
It's probably Stahl, right?
Nope.
No.
But there's been a stall.
Yeah.
I will say this. There has been a stall that's been a part of all 13 losses.
Yeah, it was
Slater.
Eric for a while.
Slater.
Eric
Yeah.
for the first 4.
Yeah.
But there's one other person that's been there
Slavin.
for all 13.
Yeah, there's been a Stahl brother on the team for all 13 of these.
Right, but there's one person that's been there for all 13.
Slavin.
Slavin?
No?
Nope.
Who would be the oldest member that would be in
I have no
there?
idea.
Is it a player?
Yeah.
Not
yes,
saying
yeah.
anything.
Yep.
Got to figure it out.
Oh, okay. It's probably, see, so it isn't a player.
I didn't say that.
No.
Brindamore.
Yes.
No.
He was a
There you
player
go.
for the first 4 games. For the first
Oh, there
one.
he's still
okay.
playing. Holy shit! At the
Right.
beginning of the
I
streak.
had to
Yeah,
ask
that's
that
right.
because I figured it was Brindamore, and then
Yeah,
you
once
said,
it
"Oh,
started,
I can't tell
saying it
you."
was
Okay, so it is
Brindamore.
Brindamore.
crowd wanted a penalty, but I think it was just a collision, colliding of feet. I don't know if
Oh my
it was
God.
an actual trip.
If you took Forsling for first goal, first period, 220 to 1.
Wow, if you really went that deep, first goal of the first
Wow.
period. Yeah. Who the hell would have the wherewithal
Man.
for that? Oh, yeah, that's
Well, if you bet first goal, you might as well bet first goal, first period.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But you know what? With
Yeah.
the way the defensemen are scoring in the series, you could
Yep.
bet them all first goal, first period, and you'd be ahead probably at least one time.
That
How
is
about it
nuts.
is?
Again, how about these zone exits? I'm watching them again. The zone exits are pretty clean again so far for Florida. Like 90% clean zone exits in game one.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
They're awesome that way.
Yeah.
And they are all over Carolina with it.
Yeah, their sphincters are getting a little tight there.
Yeah. And we got Florida. Nope. That's a good battle there. Taylor Hall, very good. Good battle. Yeah. That looked like it was going to get out, but he kept battling, kept it alive. And saved Bobrovsky on a point shot by Orlov. First TV timeout on the way.
What's Carolina to score next goal?
They took a shot away from Carolina, by the way.
Yeah, that's
Rat
standard
bastard.
operating procedure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I freaking hate shots on goal. Or I only bet them when I really love them now. So damn frustrating. Yeah.
So I gotta wait for two more now. Thought it was.
So I'm already on Carolina goal in the first period. So I'm just going to stick with that. There's nothing
think I
really
am
I'm
too, yeah.
looking at live at the moment.
Yeah, I
No,
still
I'm
need
not-
a goal. I still need a goal in the first period tied to a couple of parlays.
Yeah.
I need a goal for exact score.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And first period draw. Right.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if Stankoven can get it. That would be Matt's bargain bin.
Matt Geitka's
Yeah.
bargain bin
Yeah.
special. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. It is
First period
Logan
goal.
Stankoven. First
There's a
period
lot of
goal.
pressure on him. If he doesn't get this one right tonight, he shouldn't come back.
Yeah. One and done. Yeah, you got Hellebuck shutout, and now if
Right.
you lose, you're just
Yeah.
useless now. Yeah. Yeah. See
Yeah.
you later. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I was on
tied-
board.
I said tied the
Hold on.
first period goal with that money line as well. That was one of the other parlays.
That's very important. You got Florida money line, but yeah,
Yeah.
we need that Carolina goal in the
Yeah.
first period. Yeah.
Yeah, I got Florida money line, and then Matt was all over Carolina. I was like, oh boy.
Gotta get a little more light over here. This is not.
Yeah. There it goes. Right over it. Yeah.
Are you telling me they didn't call that Orlov shot a shot either?
That's some bullshit. How is that? That he stopped it, Bobrovsky.
Oh, is that not a shot?
That's comical. Yeah.
What the hell?
I think you're starting to see another Sam Bennett display.
And they
from the
just
last
added
series.
one to the Panthers.
Yeah.
I guess a lot of people must have been on this Hurricane against the first five. So. Or did they? Oh, it's
Can't let the
actually
books
probably
win.
ahead of
Call's been made, Pearlo. Yeah. Yeah, that's look at 2-2 now. Yep.
Yeah.
Shots. Yep. Yeah, that's what the thing, Matthew, with that thinking is that what Panthers lay off the gas pedal. I can't remember the last time they laid off the gas pedal.
Yeah.
No, it's been a while. They've been just full throttle, keep the pressure on for 60 minutes. If Carolina is going to get the next goal, it's not. I don't think it'll be because Florida sits back. It's because they will have earned it, and they want a puck battle. They want a race. There was a breakdown for Florida, something like that.
Or it was a fluke.
I think if we're relying on Florida to just relax as the means for Carolina to get back in this game and in this series or tie this game, they're still in this game. They're only down by 1, but I think it's going to be more that they just make a great play and Florida makes a mistake more than Florida's just, exhaling.
Huh. They got Biz with Will Arnett and Charles Barkley right now on the alt cast.
Oh, really? Huh? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. It's not a TNT game night.
Oh, it is. It is.
For the basketball. I mean, that's
Oh,
why
right.
Charles
Now
Barkley's there.
they got the Hurricanes down to 1 shot.
Yeah. What kind of? They were up to 3 just minutes ago, weren't they?
Yep.
They're 1 now.
Yeah, but that was 3 Canadian. It's 2 American.
Yeah. all they factored in the exchange rate in this.
Right.
That's why it's dropped. Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't look like I'm getting my best bet.
All you can do is smile and just chuckle and think, how is this happening? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I thought. So wait, Carolina's down to 1 shot.
1
Yeah.
shot on goal now. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody bet the Bobrovsky saves under at the NHL.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I knew there's people on Bobrovsky saves over.
Yeah. I got Bobrovsky
Yeah.
over
Quite a few
9
that I
saves
know
in
that
this
are on
period. Over 8.5 saves in this period.
Yeah.
That's not looking good.
Like I said, I've seen this happen too much in the last couple of seasons, and shots on goal. I'll tell you what, with Florida too, everything is just direct north-south. Pucks to the net, traffic to the net. Just keep that puck going toward the Carolina net. It's really that kind of a very simplistic but hard, heavy, but simplistic approach.
Yeah.
There's nothing as far as fancy schmancy is concerned right now with Florida.
Yeah.
It's all about hard, heavy, and to the net.
Game.
Yep.
They're playing Carolina.
Carolina had a great chance, but never got the puck to the net. Again, it was right there for them in the slot. Couldn't get it through.
No, yeah, blocked. Yeah.
All right, TV timeout. Second one of the period. 9:37 to go. First period, 1-0 Florida.
Now Carolina got a shot. They'll take that away.
There they go. It's you're still alive here, Pearlo. It's 2-2. It's anybody's ball game here to get to 5 shots.
Yep.
That was probably heading for the post though, so they'll take it away now.
Live total is 5.5 minus 120, and the first period total is 1.5 minus 160 right now is what we're looking at with that.
Yeah.
Might as well bet the full game over if you like over it.
I'm gonna wait maybe
Actually,
another
I
minute. I want to
forgot.
see if
I
Carolina has a
forgot.
good shift. I might sprinkle on both teams to score in the first period.
I forgot. I said I was going to bet the live over if there was an early goal on. I forgot.
Yeah.
The live under. I mean, live under.
Yeah.
And too late now, probably.
Yeah. See, Bet365, that's why they're smart. None of this, it's basically betting the same thing, and yet the prices are different. I've seen that at multiple books.
Yeah.
It makes no sense that it's betting the same thing, 0.5 or shutout for the goalie, and yet the price is different at some books. At least Bet365, I see both teams to score first period plus 150, and Carolina first period goal plus 150. The same price.
Well,
Hasn't changed.
take what the books give you.
What about second period over 1.5 right now at minus 140?
Is that what it is right now?
Yeah, I said pulled that up at FanDuel.
Let's see.
It's really dependent on. This could slow down in the second if we get the
It
second
could.
goal in this period. That's what I would. be
Yeah.
But you're not going
concerned
to get
about.
a like. I mean, I think you're going to. I think it's. I may just put. I think I'm going to sprinkle on that now.
Okay.
I mean, it's not an outrageous price. If we get another goal here, that number is going to go up, and we all want.
Yeah,
another
you're right.
goal.
No, you're right about that. Yeah,
Yep.
if you feel like there's going to be a couple of goals in the second period, by all means, grab it now. Yeah, the price to grab that is now.
Yeah.
You're right, because it will jump. It will jump in the intermission. Yep.
Once that puck gets on Florida's stick in the defensive zone, it's like next to impossible to get it off of their stick.
Yeah, it's 2-2 right now with shots on goal so far. Yeah.
Imagine it'll be first to 5 shots, and nobody will get 5 shots.
No. They're just going to stop at 4, both teams.
Yeah. They haven't taken that one away yet because that one looked like it was heading for the post, but we'll see.
And we have seen it slow down a bit here the last couple minutes. I mean, just now, Svechnikov thinks he's got tons of room, and just wham, shot right into the foot of Mikkola, just right in the friggin' lane. It's really amazing, man. Just the defensive commitment.
They get in the lane so well.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is they don't really have like anyone that's a high shot blocker for them, because it's the forwards that mostly block shots.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh, well, that was Mikkola.
Scored. Florida.
Yeah.
Again.
You got it.
To wrap around, it is Carter Verhaeghe.
Of course it is.
What is
Oh,
Freddie doing?
shit.
Oh,
I still
2-0
haven't seen it.
Panthers.
can't believe I
Wow.
should have just jumped on it when I saw that stat from Hockey
Keep
News.
watching, y'all.
Let's see. Verhaeghe, wrap
That looked
around.
offside, by the way.
Or did that
It
go off
looked-
Kachuk? It might have went off Kachuk. Let's see.
It looked like it was offside, though.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
Oh, Kachuk. There's Kachuk. He's off the schneid.
Shut. Yeah.
You think it was offside, Pearlo?
It looked like it to me. Yeah, we'll see.
Nope. They're going.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
No, it's not offside.
No.
How did they get 2 shots?
That's
from
what I
that?
was looking at too. That's what I thought. That's
Oh,
what I was-
wow.
Florida got
waiting to
2
see.
shots for that? What the hell's going on here?
Hey, how was that? They couldn't have got 2 shots for that.
They couldn't have. There was one. Yeah. This is
Can't
some
bet-
tomfoolery
can't bet
with
shot on
the
goal
shots
props.
on goal. There's no way there was
Can't
2
bet it.
shots on goal there. Yeah.
No, because the puck slid across the crease. It never touched.
2 shots? What the hell?
They're cooking the books here for Florida is what they're doing with the
Of
shots.
course.
I think they changed it because now I see 3. Went back to
Yeah, I
Okay.
see 3 in that too.
Yeah, I see it's back to 3 now.
Might have a chance. Problem is,
Now they got it back to 2, but they just
It
scored.
was.
It should be
It was.
3.
I think
2
they should have
years ago.
0.
This is comical, man. Holy shit.
It was.
No
It was
wonder.
2 years ago. 2 years ago, a week after opening night, where I said, "There's no way you can consistently bet this because they can go back and forth with this however they want.
Yeah.
Can't trust it."
Okay, now they're back to 3.
Carolina first 5 shots in the regular season has been really good to me. So I guess they're saying that's not a shot because he used a skate. And it's
The only thing that's good that I don't mind about Florida having 3 shots is that he's only got 1 save, so his saves,
Yep.
his under
Right.
is really good. And that prop that we were joking about, 1.5 starting goalies could be
now
coming
it's
up.
4.
Yeah.
Florida over 2.5 is looking really good.
Looking really good.
Good thing I took that.
Should have used that as the best bet. I was going back and forth with them and
I thought you were
Carolina
going to.
more in the first period. Yeah. Yeah, it's Matthew Kachuk.
But even
First goal in a
better is
while.
the Florida sweep and the Florida in 5. That's really good. I like it. I took that. Oh, they're down to 3.
Now it's 4 again.
Oh, they put it up to 4
They
again?
put it up to. This is a joke, man. This is ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what though? Like, I've seen it's been really weird. Like, I've seen like during the period, like it showed like at the end of a period, a team had like 12. And then when you look at the NHL stat sheet, it somehow goes to 10.
Yeah. This is starting exactly like game one, where Carolina had some looks, but Florida's up 2-0.
Yeah.
Now the difference is Carolina got a goal before the end of the first period in game one. They need the next one here too, just like in that game.
Yeah.
Holding Carolina to 2 shots in a period with 7 minutes left is pretty impressive.
I'm not. I don't want anything Carolina live right now.
No.
I'm just hoping they get on the board for me first period, and if not, I think we're going to take some live alt puck line on Florida is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to kill a parlay if they don't.
That's where that's where my gears are starting to turn. What's this -2.5? This -3.5? What's that starting to look like?
I'm just going to go back to what I was doing last night. Next goal to score. Next team to score.
Yeah, just pile on Florida next
Just take
goal.
Florida
It's
next
money
team
because
to
they're on the
score
road.
over and over again. Yeah, it's probably a
They
good idea.
so
No, not
badly
necessarily
need-
just run with Florida, because like I said, I might be looking at Carolina for a goal second period.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Sammy P in the house. Yeah. Welcome
I didn't
in.
even know what team Lusterine was on, but now I need a goal.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
right.
whatever. I have no idea what team he's on.
It's on
Panthers.
Florida.
He's on the Maple Leafs.
He'd
I
believe
know
it.
he's not a Blackhawk. That's all I know.
The Maple Leafs
What's
wish
up?
they had him, but they'd probably just trade him away anyways.
So
A
far,
lot
so
of
good with
former-
Forsling.
A lot of former Jones too.
Yeah.
What's up, though, squad? What's up, chat?
Good to see you, Sammy. How's things been?
Yeah, good. I had no action until Alex said Forsling to score and Lusterine to score. So we're halfway there. I parlayed them together like 90
Oh,
to
just
1.
anytime goal?
90 to 1.
Wow. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Probably that's surprising.
I would have never done it. I mean, why would I bet that ever? If not for him.
Carolina power play, is that what I'm seeing?
Florida power play.
Florida power play.
Oh, shit. Well, there goes my first 5 there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And
Plus,
I think your draw
plus
is.
260. I'm going to take Carolina over 2.5 first period team total. Florida.
I'm gonna lay 137 for next goal.
Yeah.
Minus 137. Panthers score next goal.
Yeah, I'm in there. Might as well.
I'm going to take a shot. They get one here on this power
I
play.
think I'm going to take
Plus
Panthers
260.
minus 4.5 or something like that.
Plus 260. We're going for a greedy third goal out of Florida here in this opening period. Yeah.
Actually, Panthers minus 2.5 is plus 114.
I was gonna say the over 2.5 in the period is plus 120. If you think they're gonna score in this power play.
I think I'm just more
got a good
confident
chance
that
to.
they're going to win and by 3.
You think they're going to whoop their ass?
No,
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
all.
yeah, it's getting ugly right now.
They're going to whip their ass.
Way starting right
They're
now.
going to whip their ass in every way.
This is one Florida power play goal now away.
If you haven't bet the
Right.
sweep yet, bet
Totally
it.
away from Carolina. Yeah.
Carolina's done. Done.
You think like 4-1, 5-1?
I'm starting to
No.
think all puck
Yeah.
lines are in play.
Something like
That's-
that,
They get-
Yeah.
I mean, I just
I'm-
lean on
I'm-
you people. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm
on
line betting minus 2.5 at plus 114 right now.
Full game over
And,
6.5
and
is
then
minus
I'm
120.
And
Yeah,
then
start
I'm
to look at
going
all team totals for that matter too. Yeah.
all team totals too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm betting the minus 2.5 right now, plus 114. There's good. That's nothing wrong with that value. So.
Yeah. This is a huge penalty kill. Huge, massive right now for the Carolina Hurricanes. Back from, I think, Orlando or Florida, I believe is where he was for work this week. Is that right?
Yeah. Orlando, yeah.
And a very happy man after a Dallas Stars Game 1 win last night. It's Matty Robb. He's back home in Reno.
Yeah, it feels good to be back. It was anytime I travel to the East Coast, it's just a brutal day because I usually have a layover for a couple hours in Dallas, and it just makes such an extended day. But
Days
pretty
usually
excited
wiped
after.
out.
Yeah, pretty excited after last night's game. Obviously, you talked about on the show, but they got dominated in the second. But it was still a 3-1 game, and I still was kind of just holding out hope that, they really, in the playoffs at least, are always still in games. So, especially when they drew that penalty right at the end of the period, I think my optimism kind of shifted. If they can score on a power play in the first minute, then I feel pretty good about it. So, but yeah, wild finish for sure. 5-goal third periods don't happen that often in the playoffs. So,
Did you jump on the plus 650, Matty?
what's up?
The live in game on Dallas was plus 650. I was wondering if you.
Yeah, so since I was in Florida, all my books are set up to Nevada, and I know I could have set something up, but I put in a couple pregame bets. I actually was on Sam Steele anytime goal. So when
Up short-handed rush, Carolina. Oh, what a stop, Bobrovsky! Wow, that was short-handed chance, Carolina. Wow.
So when I saw Steele,
they needed that.
Steele with that.
Oh shit!
That Sagan tipped in.
Scored. Verhaeghe again.
No, all right, we got the over 2.5.
Yep.
Let's go.
3-0 Panthers. Cash
Holy
over
shit.
2.5 first period. Team total
Yep.
plus 260.
Next goal cashes.
Yeah.
First
Going
period
off
over
the track.
2.5 cashes.
Nine
Yeah.
cash.
Pre-game,
team total cashes.
I took over 1.5, over 2, which was plus 210, and over 2.5 plus 310 for the first period. So all three.
Wait,
of those.
tonight or tonight?
Yeah, for this game tonight. So that just hit.
Holy shit, Matt. Well, that's a good job.
It just, I mean, I watched the show a little bit late today. I was in the air during the live show, but I feel like you guys felt good about Carolina scoring, and I honestly did too. And then, I figured 2-1 didn't sound that crazy one way or the other. I mean, I'm shocked that it's 3-0, but 2-1 seemed like it was possible. So just said, fuck it.
So some alt first period totals hitting there. 2.5.
Yeah.
Matt,
We're going to live bet ourselves out of anything that we lost.
Was it Verhaeghe? Because the website. Oh no, I think it was Bennett.
well, Verhaeghe let the shot
good,
go.
Bennett. I got Bennett.
Yeah,
Bennett got a stick on it, maybe.
Yeah, Bennett
Oh,
redirected it.
He did.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm seeing it again. Yeah, it did.
All right, we need Luosterainen to get in front of something too.
Exactly.
Every Florida goal is a tip in now, it seems. So
Pearl, I'm glad you said something because I was able to lay 2.5 at plus 122.
Oh, good. You got a better price than me. Good
Yeah,
for
that
you.
was, and I mean, bang, within 5 minutes real time, it happens.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just keep on betting them now. We'll see how they. I'll wait for the rest of it. I'll wait till I see what happens here. We're going to get one goal here by Carolina. We're going to get one goal. Come on.
yeah, so I'm thinking first goal, second period, Carolina.
No. Don't think like that. Don't tell the universe that shit. We're going to get a goal.
no, we need a goal here.
My
We're gonna
much,
get a goal right
my
now.
much younger self would now take 2.5 with Carolina and just arb out, just trying to eke out a profit, Have minus 2.5 and plus 2.5 and plus money.
Right.
But nah.
What's
I'm
the
with-
live team total?
Five.
4.5 right now for Florida, minus 175. Yeah.
How is Florida down to 4? Now it's up to 5. What the fuck is going on here? They're just teasing me. Now it's down to 4 again.
Yeah,
Back
the
five.
Pearlo is monitoring first to 5 shots,
it's up
and they're
to 5.
fucking around. It's changing. The shots are going up, they're going down, they're going up, they're going down. They're gonna fucking teeter-totter.
Oh, the Rodriguez assist cash.
Now it's down to
Oh, we
4
got a point.
again.
Yep.
Yeah, we got Rodriguez.
Now it's up to 5 again. What the hell?
It's not
JD,
looking
do you
good,
know
though,
somebody
Pearl,
on this crowd that's fucking around with me?
You need 2 shots from each team to just really get this hammered home.
Yeah.
However many, because don't you need saves for a goalie too in the first period?
Yeah, it's not happening. It's not happening.
Florida
Those are-
minus 2.5 pregame was plus $5.
I also have Florida to win by coming back, and that's not happening.
Oh yeah, that's
Wow.
But my biggest bet was on Florida money line, so and team total over 2.5.
You're going to need the e-bug for Florida to come in the net for that to happen.
Did I see today, by the way? I don't know if this was correct or not, but I feel like I saw it. Carolina hasn't won an Eastern Conference final game since 06. Is that right?
That's
Is that right?
That's
Okay.
correct.
13
This will be their
straight losses.
14th straight loss tonight as a franchise in the
Yeah,
conference.
they've been a bunch. I know they've been 4
Yeah.
times now.
Yep.
Bennett.
Yeah, they've gotten
officially-
swept
Man, that's a crazy stat.
three sweeps in a row, right?
Yeah.
That would be 12.
Maybe 4.
Yep.
Hey, there's work to be done for both teams. Florida still needs 2 wins if they were to win tonight. And obviously in the other series, Dallas still needs 3. But we're talking about 2 lifelong best friends and brothers in arms in the game of hockey that could be going head-to-head in the Stanley Cup final, and Paul Maurice and Peter DeBoer.
Yeah. That'd be a
Wow.
good matchup.
If it were to happen. We got a long way to go.
Did you hear the obviously I'm sure you've seen that interview when they were doing the games in Finland.
Yeah.
Where Pete was texting him during last year's finals, and like,
Oh, yeah.
Florida went up 3-0, and he's like, yeah, we kind of were taking what Pete said with a grain of salt, and then they lost those 3 in a row, and the coach's office, they were like, all right, maybe Pete's onto something. We gotta give him a listen.
Yeah, no, they're as close can be. The 2 of them, Maurice and DeBoer. So there'd be storylines galore if that
They're both
were to come to
undefeated
fruition.
in Game 7 too.
Oh wait, Rodriguez.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, plus 255.
So we got that one. Rodriguez.
So what you're saying, Sammy, is if it's Dallas, Florida, Stanley Cup final, Game 7, who the fuck do you bet?
Right.
You bet the draw.
Yeah.
The game will never end.
No wonder
I'm
they're
gonna
best
ladder-
friends. They have
I'm
the
gonna
same style.
fucking-
They never lose a Game 7. Yeah,
We'll
because they
fucking
have a lot
ladder
of
the
things in common.
overtimes. We'll go over 2.5, 3.5 overtimes. Game will never end.
That would be something.
They say best friends have a lot in common. Yeah, look at these best friends. They never lose a Game 7. There you go.
You know what? I think that Freddie saves under made cash after the first period when Kochetkov starts the second.
I think there's a chance Kochetkov's in to start the second.
Yeah.
And I think
possibly.
Rod might just be waiting for the period to end to make the
I think so too.
Yell at him and make the switch in the locker room, and
I mean, what you got to try something right now.
yeah.
Like you're down 3-0 in your own barn, and you're staring at 2-0 series deficit against a team that's going to be damn hard to win 4 out of 5 next games.
Yeah.
Break some sticks, kill a chicken, do something.
But obviously Rod's the only one that's been there for all 13 losses, so we know who the problem is.
Yeah, it's Rod Brindamore's
That's
fault.
an
Yeah,
interference
he's the
call. They
problem.
didn't
Yeah.
call that.
Well, here's a power play for Carolina. They're first
That
of the
was an
game.
interference call. Okay, they called it. Okay.
I think it's a slash that broke a stick, it looks like.
Oh, really? Because there was an
Yeah.
interference call there too, but I'll take whatever it is.
Yeah. The Canes, by the way, are 2-9 when they trail a series 2-love.
This is almost must-score territory, right?
Oh
here
yeah.
for Carolina. Like you gotta make it happen right now. You gotta make it happen right now with this power play. This is your chance to at least give yourself a pulse. I'm not saying you're gonna win the game if you score here, because it's still gonna be difficult. But do you at least want a light at the end of this dark tunnel? Then you got to get one here.
Yeah, don't they know we have a parlay we need to cash?
This
I know.
is so
we need
wild right
Allison's
now.
parlay here. Let's go. Get one here in the last. What is it? Oh, it's too many men penalty against
Oh,
Florida.
okay.
What are we
Yeah.
rooting for?
We're rooting for a
Hurricanes
Carolina
goal.
goal.
Carolina.
I need a goal in the first period to tie it
Which
in
we
with
took
the
pregame.
parlay.
Oh, look who just came in. Our old buddy here. Look who's here.
Hey.
NHL Network finally gave you a 15-minute coffee break, huh?
What the fuck is going on here, guys? They
Florida
are
dominating.
they are who we thought they were.
Oh, they have lost
Carolina
13 in a row
Hurricanes in the Eastern Conference Finals. Judas Priest.
It's like the Minnesota Twins of the National Hockey League.
Right?
You know it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen.
Now, my question to the chat here and everybody here, and there's no recency bias tied to this whatsoever. What's the worst division in hockey?
The Metro.
Metro.
That is correct.
Yeah. And that's,
Man.
you know what, John Massey's the one guy in our Ice Guys family that mentioned the division strength of schedule. And I never really gave it the thought that I probably should have. That here's Carolina breezing through a banged up, defensively injury-riddled Jersey team and no Jack Hughes, and a Washington team that's good season but feasted on a weaker division. And here's Florida going through the gauntlet of the Metro or the Atlantic that is Tampa and Toronto on the way to here. It's a big difference.
It looks like they're not even breaking a sweat right now.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable. They got to get, they're overpassing on this power play. Shoot the fucking puck, man. God.
What's going on with I did take Bobrovsky over saves.
Yes.
And it was at like 5 saves and shots, and then it went down to like 1.
Oh, yeah. Well, I believe
the fix is in.
There's tomfoolery going on. It's like a teeter totter shot counter.
I tell you what is going to hit. I also took Freddie Anderson under saves.
Yeah,
that's going to hit because he's not going to play the second.
We think he might get pulled after this period.
I would have yanked him. I would have yanked him after 3.
Yeah.
What are they doing? Shoot the puck.
Told you.
Oh my God! Your whole thing is shooting the puck, and you don't shoot the puck.
They're toast.
Oh my! Oh, Rod's gonna throw a goddamn garbage can. Rod's going right to the bench press.
Yeah,
he's going right to the bench press.
He's gonna get the jersey on and say, "I can still play physically. Probably better than you right now." Yeah.
Man,
if this was 1 through 8 seeds, this would have been a first-round matchup.
That's my one gripe is I do think the NHL has to go back to 1 versus 8. It just has to.
It probably will happen at some point now.
Like, because we would have got technically in the West, we would have got Colorado and Dallas like now
later than the first round,
which is that series was incredible.
Yeah,
incredible.
You still would get 2 of the 4 matchups the same, regardless.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's just
yeah.
You get 2 of the 4 matchups the same, but the problem is I know what the NHL is trying to do, and that you get so much viewership in round 1 because every round is a war. But that's not necessarily what you want. You want to see matchups you don't normally see, and then you want to see when teams are banged up, you want to see them playing their rival. That's the big thing. Then you want a rivalry where you guys want to kill each other because it just elevates. Like right now, it's like they're dog walking them right now.
Yeah, it's like, and everything's going in too. Like 3 goals on 5 shots. Are you serious? Like that's.
And then the Edmonton Dallas game was exciting. Like,
what a great. Wasn't that just a freaking amazing game last night?
It was a great game.
We were on a Betcast last night. We were on the edge of our seat the whole time.
But it was more offensive. Like it wasn't like as mean a series until the end.
Yeah,
it was a little bit more wading in than the last few of So, I mean, I just think the West is better this year than the East. Like most years, but I think it's just going to be how banged up the West is going into the finals. But if Edmonton gets through, I think they do it. But
I think Florida wins for sure.
Can you explain, Jason? That Skinner in games 1 through 3 looks like the biggest sieve known to man in between the pipes?
That wasn't.
Not last night, but just overall. It's still a game. It's go against his ledger that he gave up 5 goals, 6 goals, and 8-something save percentage, and 4-12 record now, game 1 through 3, and then game 4 through 7, he's got statistics that mirror Marty Brodeur in the postseason. Yeah. Like it's amazing the difference.
They need to start every round. They need to start Pickard, but Florida just looks like they're on a different level right now. I mean that third line is next level. They didn't even have
putting Gadjevich, Greer, and Noshik together and as the 4th line in the Toronto series helped turn that series around. It really did. Look what they're doing.
How many times have you seen a 4th line, the whole line get put together for just all thrown in the game at the same time?
Yeah. They're 5-1 since they did that.
And just hit the ground running, playing this well too when they
that Losterainen, Lundell, Marchand line is next level. Like that's a second line on most teams. and
if
a
his
first line
nickname,
on some.
Jason, is not Cool Mint, because I've been calling him Cool Mint because his last name sounds like Listerine and Cool
You've been
Mint.
calling him Cool
Listerine.
Man. We had one of our producers today said toots. They like toots.
I call him
Toots.
Cool Mint.
Eat toots.
It
Cool,
reminds
yeah,
me of
cool.
that. I used to mouthwash.
I like Cool
Cool
Mint.
Mint's a better, yeah, it's a better nickname.
I like, yeah, that's. I mean, it's not bad, but yeah, this is a fucking nightmare for Carolina right now. Man,
What
that.
do you do?
Well,
Why
I mean,
is
here's
Morrow playing again? Where's Nikishin?
Nikishin should have been in. We talked to Trip Tracy tonight before the game, and I don't think this moment's too big for him. And you can't throw in a young kid. I mean,
He had a
it's not
rough
even-
game 1 too. Really
You
rough.
can't
Yeah.
you can't throw him in a game in a series like this. You need a big body, and I think Nikishin would have. I mean, you should be playing Slave in 28 minutes.
Yeah.
Like you're playing him 25 minutes at the Four Nations. Play him 28 minutes. Like he should never leave the ice right now.
And especially in a night like this, because this is a got to have it game for Carolina.
This is a guy. He should not. If his ice time is under 24 tonight, I would be surprised. And that's the problem with Carolina is they can't adjust. They either beat you at their game or they lose.
Well, look at
And
John
that's
Nash's
Rod's.
comment. He agrees. This is hilarious. John in our chat. Rod doesn't make adjustments. They are as predictable as a
Yeah.
colonoscopy.
Yeah,
what I was
That's true.
saying.
Rod's big
What I
thing
was
is he
saying when it
just
started the series is that was the reason that I liked Florida. All they're doing is they saw the same thing last year.
But
Yeah,
Jason,
right.
that would make sense of why they struggle come the third round, because you would think that by the deeper you get, the better your competition is going to be, and if you're not going to adjust,
And the better
Well-
and the tougher the battle of wits is, because those are brilliant
Right.
coaches on the other side now too.
well,
Yep.
you're trying to get to Bob and you're trying to beat Bob, and you're thinking that your method of volume shots is going to wear him down, but there's no traffic at the net, number one. So they're just shooting into the void. And if Bob sees it, he's stopping it. I mean, he's incredible. And then they're trying to out physical Florida, which I'm like, you're not going to out physical Florida. That's their game. Just they had to. I mean, number one, they're passing when they should shoot, and they're shooting. They're just in their own head. And I think Rod just gets caught a little bit deer in headlights in round 3.
yeah,
It just seems to be like, to your point, like it's a deeper roster. Paul Maurice is, if you look at the top coaches in the NHL, it's like now that Joel Quenneville's back, it's Paul Maurice, it's Pete DeBoer, and it's probably Joel Quenneville. And after that, these other coaches have a hard time matching up because they're just so smart, man. They just know how to game plan and know how to, expose your weaknesses. And I just think Carolina thinks that their system can work against anybody, but that's not the case.
It sounds
Yeah,
like
well-
Jason, you might be like Alex sounding like he might be. I might be buying some stock in Anaheim making the playoffs next year with Coach Q being there.
I called it when they signed him as like my flyer. I think in the Pacific, I think they could sneak in. But I think they got to trade Zegras. They got to get rid of him, and then they got a good decor. They got 2 good goalies. They got a good roster up front. They need to add maybe a couple more pieces, a couple more depth guys. But
Depth up front and on defense, I agree. Really
Jason,
Yeah,
solid.
why do you think they should trade Zegras? Because I had people that I was talking to with the Ducks who said he's the one player that they have on their roster that they feel can back off the opposition.
that's zero true. There's not one player in the NHL.
Do you think they
that
may want
thinks
to keep
that.
him just to work
Well,
with a
that
guy
they
like
have,
Coach
that
Q?
they have.
We know
Yeah,
the
they
Cronin
have.
Zegras dynamic was no good. We know that. Yeah.
I would trade him or attempt to trade him for a Slavkovsky. I would try to go out, and I just don't think you're not going to win. Trevor Zegras is a good offensive player on a bad team. He's an okay offensive player on a good team, and you're not going to have him. He doesn't play top 6 for me on a good team. Like you're telling me you can put Trevor Zegras on this Florida roster and he's not on the third line.
Right.
Or
Yeah,
this,
He's probably on the third line.
and
Might
he's
be a
not.
fourth liner in Dallas.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he's
right,
not
yeah,
moving
right.
the needle enough.
This was
Got it.
telling
No.
because he's the second line center.
Keep
on
going, guys. We'll be
Carolina.
back in a moment.
And they wouldn't win. Yeah, he would be a second line
I
center.
think the reason why Zegras is leaving is because he wants center money and he's never going to play center in Anaheim. I think this
Yeah.
was happening for a long time, and they're just hoping he can put up some numbers to get a decent return. I think
That's
he
the
ends up
thing.
in Pittsburgh. I think he ends up in Pittsburgh for Pittsburgh's first and a couple players. I think Pittsburgh doesn't want to do a full rebuild. They want to get in. That's where I think he ends up. But
I heard through the grapevine that they're rebuilding. They're selling. Pity.
they're going to sell Carlson. I know that. But I didn't.
I think like some big names might be going. I think Dubas is just kind of pretending like they're going to keep going for it, but I think they're
So
going to
he's
try to.
pretending when he says they're going to be competitive in 2 years or whatever the case may be.
Well, because I think they're going to go for the first overall. That's what I think. How bad it is. They're going to try to just fix the franchise in one swoop.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, okay.
They're going to go El Tanco.
Yeah.
So that's why they're keeping Jari.
Probably, yeah. That's probably why.
That'll be a good bet next season because people are going to bet them on face value to make the playoffs and bet them over the win total and shit. So that could be a nice missed playoff bet.
Missed playoffs and under, and then worst team, like maybe 15-1, 20-1 for.
I think I just think they're gonna. I think Dubas is probably gonna try to put his fingerprints all over this and say, "What are we gonna keep putting Flex Seal on this team?" And until Crosby retires, and I don't think they're gonna do what they did in Washington with Ovi. I think they're just gonna say, Sid can hang on for one more year. He's got another probably 3-4.
It's funny you mentioned that. Phil Swift might do a better job as general manager, quite honestly. Huh? Never know. Possible.
Anybody would.
What about, do you think McKinnon was doing the recruiting tour? And
how fitting was it too that Kyle Dubas was the GM of this Canada team that got
and they lose
today?
I know that happens every once in a while. I don't think McKinnon's trying to bring. I know they're not going to trade Sid. I don't think Sid wants to get traded.
No.
I don't think Sid. I think Sid wants to end there as a Penguin. I just think he's that kind of guy.
I have no doubt about that because he could have left eons ago if he wanted to be a contender.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have the Olympics next year, and it'll be probably a shitty year for him in Pitt. He'll play the Olympics. Everything will be good. They'll get the number 1 pick or attempt to get it, and then he'll take a run at it one more time, and then he'll retire. And then he'll retire off into the sunset.
Yeah, it's looking like that. But I'm still in amazement that Canada game ended the way it did. Like that was a
38.
Yeah, that was hockey championship standards. That roster was really, really strong.
My question was really strong. What that happens. You're playing the home team. The goalie just has a night. 38 shots to 11.
That happens a lot of the upsets over there. Exactly.
Yeah. My question to you guys before I bounce off because I do have to run. I just want to come say hi to the best betting live stream out there.
Of course it is. You know it.
The Ice Guys.
Not even
close. Yeah. But my question to y'all is, how much would you rather pay Nikolai Ehlers $2 million less or Mitch Marner $2 million more?
Ehlers $2 million less.
Ehlers.
Not me. Marner $2 million more. Thank you.
Wow.
What? Oh man.
No.
Ehlers all day is going to be my highly touted pickup.
Ehlers to Chicago.
To him.
I
think Kelly McCrimmon's already called him.
Yeah.
Ehlers is going to disappoint wherever he goes. You watch. I said it.
Or we have a Ehlers hater. I'm so high on Ehlers. He's a dog.
He loves Marner.
I'd say Marner had some of the guts and. You're
going to pay $13 million or Mitch Marner to go to Chicago, and then what's going to happen there? Mitch Marner
I thought he was going to Pittsburgh, Marner, and I thought they were going to go get Zegras, and they were going to be a decent team, and he was going to do all of that. That's what I thought that they were going to do.
I tell you what, if you get Zegras and Marner on your team, you ain't winning.
Probably not.
We'll win the beer league games.
A lot of overs though.
You'll have a lot of over. That's one of the best betting teams ever.
Yeah.
There will be plenty of overs with them. Yeah.
All right, I wanted to leave Nugget there.
But that's me.
Well, good seeing you. When are we gonna see you wear the Ice Guys shirt on NHL Network?
Yeah, you gotta let us know when that's gonna happen.
Oh, you want me? I'll wear the. I'm on tomorrow. I'll wear this. I'll wear the sweater tomorrow.
All right, awesome. Yeah, we'll get it taped out and everything.
Let's do it. I'm gonna probably get in so much trouble, but I love it. I live for the trouble.
Tell
yeah.
them that
We
boys.
appreciate
we've only
it.
got-
best.
we got 6,000
Alright.
YouTube people. Tell them the Ice Guys is a big deal. They won't give you
The Ice Guys. Unbelievable. They never miss. Only
Keep
on
crushing it, man, on television. You're doing
only
a great
on
job.
Saturdays
Yeah.
they miss.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, boys. All the best.
Yeah.
All right. Take care.
Keep
Alright.
crushing it.
Later,
on
JD.
television, man.
See ya.
All the best. Well, there we go.
That guy's killer. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff.
You got a couple
All right,
drops
so you
on
heard him.
that. You gotta
He
chop
just
that
dropped
up.
the word.
I'm gonna go get it.
He noticed that we were doing a live betcast on Twitter. He saw the link there and he said, "Hey, you see you're doing a betcast? Toss me the link. I'll pop in." And voila, there he is. Yep. Good points though. Very entertaining too. You need people like a Jason Demers on television because they'll try to be entertaining and keep it fun. And it's not just Mr. Mumbles there and no personality or anything like
the
that.
show can be really
Yeah.
stiff.
Yeah.
He did say he
he's
was in for trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's way
Oh,
different
yeah.
personality wise, but he's sort of like a Biz in that sense where he's
Yeah.
there to like keep it light. you
Yeah.
know, bring in different points, not just the standard, reading off stat sheets. Like he'll throw out stuff like that, the Ehlers Marner thing on TV, and people will be like, "What?"
Yep.
But
Right.
like, it is a good thing to think about.
Yeah, no question. We've got both Robinsons here. We've got Ryan in the house as well. And we did mention this when we talked about the game last night on the recap for Edmonton Dallas, but it was a very cool moment when Esa Lindell potted the empty netter. That it just happened that at that moment all 5 Finns on the Dallas team were on the ice at the time that Esa Lindell put it
Did
in the
not
empty
realize
net.
that.
All of them. It was really, really cool. It was great to see it. Hintz and Rantanen and Lindell and Heiskanen, Granlund, they were all on the ice at the moment that Lindell put the empty net in. So, and then they all celebrated because, of course, when you score a goal, all 5 guys on the ice at the time celebrate, and it's all the Finnish posse there. So it was really cool. Yeah. They all had these big, goofy smiles, too, at the time. That was a funny thing. Isn't this so fucking cool? Probably thinking.
Did you see the slow-mo facial reaction of Rupe on Duchesne's goal after he takes the puck off the ass? And he's like in pain, and then he realizes Duchesne gets it back and scores, and he's just got this big smile on his face.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
it's unreal. Yeah.
What did we talk about? Ryan knows this. What did we talk about? Seguin and Duchesne in particular. You need to get a jolt offensively from them. And what a way to get it going in game 1.
That was prime Seguin to that first goal. Like, where has that been?
Snapped it in.
But like when he took the puck, like he just added it. I haven't seen him skate.
Where did that burst come from?
That's what
I was thinking. We were thinking that he just pulled away. It's like, whoa, where did that burst and skating stride come from? I haven't seen.
Yeah, we got shot up before the game. What do you think?
Yeah.
But then the guy's a thief. He takes away the steal goal. Costs people some money.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I should be.
Ryan was on that. I was on that.
I think there's an invoice that needs to be sent.
Get your stick out of the way, Sam. You deserve that. Come on, man.
I was sitting at like a nice quiet bar, and people clearly knew I was cheering for Dallas after the first goal. But when that happened, I got up and like took a little lap around the bar, and then I came back, and then they're showing Sagan's stick tipping. I was like, "Fuck!"
You didn't buy any beers for people after that.
Hey, thrilled they scored, but God, please, we wish it could have been Sam there.
Yeah.
You bet him the next game and the next game and the next game, though. That guy makes
Oh, definitely.
Every game you're seeing him
Especially
working his
on
bag
that
off
line.
and getting chances.
Yeah.
If he keeps moving, if he keeps up in that top 9 too, because he's getting a lot more opportunity than a lot of the regular season, but it's because he's earning it. He's
Pete
creating
trusts him
chances
now.
every shift.
Yep.
So
Sam Reinhart's done for the game.
Oh, precaution.
Lower body.
I didn't even see him get hurt. What the hell happened?
It could have been precaution. Could be precautionary though.
Yeah.
Me 3-0.
That's what
Hold
CJ's
back 2
reporting.
seconds. Okay.
as a Westy fan, I hope this turns into a bloodbath second, third period. They just start killing each other.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
if
that is
Florida's
still
going to get through
significant
this
moving
series
forward.
easy,
Yeah.
you gotta at least have Carolina beat them up a little bit.
Oh, it was a hit from Sebastian Aho. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Right. Oh, his backside went into his knee there.
Oh shit.
That's where it happened. Yep.
That's not good.
Where are they showing that?
Yeah, I just retweeted the hit and Reinhardt
Oh,
in
the
pain.
clip.
Yep. And he won't.
I'm
Okay.
still in the first period on my TV, so I don't know.
So selfishly, this means more minutes for Luostarinen, though.
There you go.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
He'll be one of the guys getting a bump.
Good point. Yeah. Good point.
Oh yeah, I see that. Okay, Elliot. Yeah, okay.
So Carolina does have just the tail end of their power play remaining.
Yeah.
To begin the,
Even money for them to score the first goal on the second. Hey, what's up, Goose? You got feedback.
Hey, that's some major feedback going on.
yeah, I think it's Goose definitely. Yeah.
It is 1,000% Goose.
Technology's a really good thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll leave the juice on that one, dude.
Got to get probably
minus 2,000 on that.
Might be Goose is the funniest fucking thing.
How am I sounding?
You're sounding good, but we hear echo. Every time
Shouldn't be.
I'm talking or
That's
anyone's
rather odd.
talking. Yeah.
You gotta turn off the audio on the YouTube video,
I don't have.
or flip
Oh,
your.
Carolina! Oh, there was a turnover for Florida, and Aho pots it. 3-1 on the
You
board.
were right. Carolina.
I was right. I should have fucking bet it. And I was like, even money.
Yeah, that was a turnover there.
That's helping our minus 2.5, Sam.
We'll be all right. I'm not worried.
Panthers next goal minus 111.
What's Listerainen next goal?
Let's see. Ian, you have that for player props. What's his Lusterainen to score the next goal?
Let me just take a look. It is. Hold on here. Next goal scorer. Okay, fifth goal scorer. Lusterinen. Coolmint Lusterinen is. They froze it. Why'd they freeze it here? What the hell's going on? I think Florida might be challenging this, actually.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, too. Everything's frozen. Oh.
Florida's taking the time out to look at this because it might have come in offside. We'll see.
Yeah, it does look like it came in offside from that angle, anyways. Yeah, it did come in.
Let's try this once more. How am I sounding? Are you getting feedback?
Sound good?
Can't hear you.
It is still there.
Oh, yeah, still there.
Rather odd.
Damn it.
Still there?
Do you have YouTube on?
Okay, I'll try something else. I'll be back.
Do you have YouTube on?
He's definitely not a newbie to the Betcast, so I'm surprised there's audio issues. Yeah.
No.
There's always something with that guy.
He's usually in the car though, right? So maybe he's
right. He
gotta
starts in the
put it out
truck
on the
sometimes,
phone.
then he comes inside.
You remember the one time it looked like he was broadcasting from the hospital room? And I'm like,
Yeah.
That was the big basketball bet night that we hit that like.
Oh yeah,
45.
But we laid 45 in a WNBA game or something.
No, it was an NBA game. It was Timberwolves.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay. Yeah. They all run together.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all.
No, because Matt was like, I kind of like taking 42 or something. I'm like, you should lay it.
Yeah. I think it was Ryan that Ryan led the front, and he was like, "Would you take this?" And you said, "Yeah, fuck it, I would take it at this point."
I was like,
we
"Hey,
all jumped in on
Sam,
it.
what about minus 45.5?" And you're like, I don't know. And then like 2 minutes later, I was like, "What about minus 42.5?" You're like, "Yeah, I'd take
fire." Yeah, blast off.
All right, hang on here.
All right, now let's hear it.
Wow,
yeah, I think you're good now.
I think you're good now.
Yeah, no feedback. No echo. The echo is gone. Yep.
Yeah.
It's offside.
Did
they take it back?
He knocked his stick.
I
but
technology.
I don't know. I can't
Yeah.
tell.
No goal.
Coming
Wow.
back. No goal.
No goal. Wow. 3-0.
Well.
So we're still good, Sam.
Need that price, Ian. Next goal.
All right, here we go. Lusterinen. Here we go. But it's good. That's why it froze. We got to wait for play to resume here.
You know what's funny though? I because I bet it, so I still have Panthers' 5th goal. Even though that's now locked until the 4th goal comes back. All right.
All right, Lusterinen for the next goal is 35-1.
Let's go.
At least at Bet365 it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have it anywhere.
All right. How's everybody hear me?
You're
Good.
good now. Yes.
And I got
Sound wonderful.
I don't even know what the fuck's going on anymore.
It's just, yeah. I was gonna say, this is not your
Hi, guys.
introduction to the Betcast. It's like, why does he have an echo problems? Yeah, it's not like he knows how to get his audio to work properly. But good to see you, my friend. How's things been?
Everybody's stunned.
Yeah, this is a bigger killer than another Florida goal, taking that one off the board, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's tough.
The crowd. Let's see here. Yeah, you can hear.
Try to get it back now. Yep.
I mean, it's they're just scurrying. They just like I said, they seem stunned. So
The fans sure are stunned.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carolina money line live. Is that as in your Matthew? You're mentioning that it's plus 900, or you're betting it?
Bet that at your own risk.
Stance. If you're gonna bet it. Yep.
Bold as shit.
Bold as hell. Yep.
We'll go like this now.
Now they have had the puck the whole period so far. That's a start.
Yeah.
For Carolina, but
still only 3 shots.
They're doing
You're
their
gonna do
usual
that,
puck
just
possession game.
take them 3-way plus 1,500.
They're down to
in
3
regulation.
shots. They just went down from 4 to 3 shots again, just like 30 seconds ago.
Yeah. They're just making sure. Just making sure.
Oh, Nick hit.
I don't even see Lusterranen on FanDuel. Oh, yeah, there he is. And where did you get him at, Ian?
It's 35 for the next goal.
Oh, wow. He's only 29 at. Oh. Get my buddy to put that one in.
Taylor Hall with the shot. Good. I got all over shot. If that's a shot, we'll see.
That was a great challenge. I mean, Paul Maurice too with the challenges. Like, has he ever lost one? I can't remember. Yeah,
Rare. It's rare.
Yeah. But that is something to watch for moving forward. You know, Sam
don't tell me
Reinhart's
Walker's out. Shit, no. Okay.
The thing is with Carolina is, yes, they're down to 11 forwards for the rest of the night because of Reinhardt's injury. But it's like, is it really a huge problem playing Greer and Gadjevich and Noshik and Lundell and Lusterinen and Marchand more? No,
no,
it's not much of an issue.
No,
Reinhardt hasn't been right all playoff. I'd say that was like a re-aggravation or made it worse.
Your candidates to come in the next game, if Reinhardt doesn't play game 3, would be Boquist, Sturm, Samoskevich. Those are all pretty decent options. Boquist scored a goal.
I'm voting for Boquist since he treated us.
Yeah, I think that's what it'll be.
Line.
Yeah.
No pool party.
There's Jordan Martin. Sean Walker's gone to the dressing room for Carolina.
No. Oh, boy. Greer hit him hard.
Yes. Yeah, Greer rocked him pretty good.
That just happened?
Yeah, he caught him coming across, caught him just inside the blue line there.
Yeah, it was a good collision there.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's almost one of those ones where you're not ready for it, and you probably tense up at the wrong second.
And that means Rod has to play Gostisbehere, who can be a little bit of a liability on D, and Morrow more.
Well, Gostisbehere could just fire pucks at Panther players.
Yeah,
shorten their bench.
Take them all out one by one. Yeah, just rip pucks right at their bodies, right at their heads.
If he doesn't come back, that's no Chatfield, no Walker. I'm going to bet Florida all team total for sure.
More goals, yeah.
Oh, I'm just waiting for it to come down to a reasonable price here. I will probably bet it at some point. Team total Florida.
Second period over 1.5 plus 125.
Alex,
I'm waiting for 4.5 to get.
Don't tell me that.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, to everyone. Thanks for joining us on this free-for-all Betcast for the month of May.
Cheers, everybody else. Peanut, good to see you. Pearlo, good to see you. Jonathan, Alex.
Yeah, you too. Good.
Rob, Brian, Matt.
Good to see you too, Goose.
Yeah, it's been a fucking busy month.
You're looking sharp, dude.
Well, you've had a lot on your plate personally, and then your favorite hockey team adds to the stress. And then,
dude, I started a new job, so I'm up at 4 a.m.
Oh, no way. You're not job anymore?
Work till 4:30.
p.m. Wow.
Fucking burned out.
Yeah, I can imagine it. That's a lot.
Yeah, the body's not used to it. Also, I'm fucking having an issue with my fucking arm. Falls asleep on me all the time. Doctor thought I was having a heart attack when I told him what was going on.
Wow,
I'm like,
dead
nope.
arm type thing. Wow.
Yeah.
From the shoulder down or elbow down?
No, from the mid of the bicep down to the mid of the forearm.
Oh.
It's the oddest fucking thing. Like sitting right here right now, like this arm is tingling. I have to move it to get it to fucking awake.
Yeah. So pressing on but it's probably there's a nerve, maybe a pinch, but somewhere within the elbow though.
That's what they're thinking.
A lot of that. So.
Yeah. And the funny part is, and the doctor said, "Well, you sure it's not a heart attack?" I said, "I was just in for my driver's exam. You told me my heart was fine."
So, what are you trying to spin here? Yeah.
Yeah, right. I might have heard it hanging off the ledge as I tried to jump. You never know, right? It's entirely possible.
All right, I just grabbed second period over 1.5 plus 150. I grabbed just a little small piece beer bet.
Okay, there you go. Second period over 1.5 plus 150.
You got a far better price than I did. But let's go.
Carolina does need to open up, so just stylistically, like they can't sit
The
back.
way Anderson's flopped.
There's a nice thing. You should have called that.
2 goals in this period.
Is Anderson still in?
Yes.
He's flopping around.
They did not change goalies, Carolina.
I actually took Carolina under 2 on the 3-way, plus 235 before the game started. I don't think they're going to score more than 1 if they score any at all.
Right.
Wow. Good price on that. Yeah. And
it was
almost half the game being shut out so far.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm still waiting for a Freddie Beach Ball moment, but.
Yeah. A lot of the goals tonight have not, except the first one. I would have liked the Forsling goal to be maybe stopped, but he didn't have a chance on the other 2.
Yeah. No, I don't think Carolina's got the horses to run with Florida.
They don't.
No.
And they're bigger. They're bigger, and size-wise, they're just a bigger team.
And like I said, they played like Florida all year long, and that's why they looked good. And it's the theory that Cat Williams says: you look like you're driving a Phantom, being in a Chrysler 300, until you pull up next to a Phantom, and then you realize it's completely different.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Unbelievable.
Alex had it as a
5
bargain
shots
bin
on
special.
goal. I mean,
Forsling. Forsling was Alex's bargain bin special. Yeah.
One of first one.
I did bet it though. Yeah, I actually bet Alex's bargain bins too.
Imagine his price. I didn't see it. He was probably first goal like 60 to 1, maybe.
No, I think he was
70 to 1.
70 to 1
then,
for the first, and then Sammy 220 to 1 for the first goal, first period.
Yeah.
If I had tomorrow's paper one fucking time, guys, I swear, it'd be over. It'd be over. I need one day like that. Just give me the paper for tomorrow.
Here they come again.
Oh, that was a good. Turnover again by Carolina. Wow.
All right, I'm doing it. Next goal, 4th goal of the game, Panthers minus 104.
Yeah, I'm doing
another turnover. Save by Freddie. Weak shot by Lusterinen had that shot, but it was a weak one. Yeah.
See, the problem is now Carolina's starting to try to play the body, and they're bringing themselves out of position, trying to get that hit, and that's not going to help them.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah. All right, that 4.5 is almost plus money. As soon as it hits plus money, we're going to take Panthers live team total over 4.5.
Yeah, I see it. I got minus 120 on that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting close for me, minus 105. The next minute we'll be able to get plus money on it. Yeah.
If I can get plus money, I'll take it.
And again, this is a team that's down a forward for the rest of the game too in Florida.
Well, you figure we're going to get one from an empty net, right?
Yeah.
Florida is one of those few teams, though, that could lose a forward, and it doesn't affect them as much as it does other teams because they're also used to stepping up, next man up, right? The way they play. As long as they play the system, it doesn't hurt them. Like, it really doesn't.
No.
And Reinhart's been kind of quiet.
Yeah.
this playoff, right? He hasn't been, outstanding. He's been there, but he hasn't,
He's been hurting.
Yeah.
He hasn't been healthy the whole playoffs. He
yeah.
hasn't been playing his game. He's been playing perimeter. He's been floating around.
But in saying that, he's still third on the team in scoring.
Yeah. Which is the funny part, right? But he hasn't been up in front like we kind of got used to, last year and the first half of this year kind of deal, right? So, but like I said, like Florida's one of those teams where you can lose a forward and it doesn't really affect them.
But it's pretty scary that if he's at like 70 or 80%, let's say he's 80%, and he's still this effective. Like
exactly. Right.
It's because they have the best top 9 two-way forwards in the league by a long shot. Shot. Not even close.
I just go on Twitter. I have like 15 new followers on Twitter.
Yeah, where did that come
awesome.
from? Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. From the
that's a
bargain
good thing.
bin. Yeah, it's a great thing.
That, yeah.
Oh,
I wake up every morning. I've got 10 new followers, and I got to get rid of them all because they're all whores. Every fucking one of them.
OnlyFans bot.
Jesus, man. I'm a mother in Hawaii. I'm a mother in this. Like, Jesus, fuck off. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Right.
Motherfucker, that's what you are.
Well, that's hey, never let it be said, or never let it not be said. But Christ, I got enough on my plate now. Christ, like I need that.
Let's go, Fever up by 1. I took a shot with them live -3.5.
By the way, I just put on the on my other screen. I forgot it was going. It's the only AHL/ECHL playoff game going on tonight in either league. It's Kansas City and Toledo. It's 3-0 Toledo in the third period.
So should we bet Kansas City right now?
It's in Toledo tonight.
Should we bet Kansas City though? Just based on last
I
night?
don't think so tonight. They're getting outshot 36-11 in that game.
They got them right where they want them. Down 3-0.
I don't know if they're coming back when I see a shot on goal counter like that. 36-11 for Toledo. Wow. But there is still 10 minutes left if you believe in the comeback for the Mavericks of Kansas City. But my gosh, 37-13 are the shots on goal in that game.
Jeez.
I don't have the confidence I had in Florida last night where I felt if they just get one past that goalie, they'll come back and win, and they did.
I am just stunned that Carolina's got 5 shots on goal.
Yeah.
Even if the guy who's pushing the buttons on the shots maybe cheated them 1 or 2.
Right. Still would be, yeah.
There's some shenanigans going on. That's all. That much we know with the.
Well, I mean, they're shenanigans, but then there's also they're not shooting the puck. They're not getting chances.
Well, even if they got 5 removed spuriously, 10 shots halfway through a game for Carolina is pretty impressive for Florida.
Even at the beginning of last year or 2 years ago when Lundell and Luostarinen were on this team, we thought, just little bit pieces, spare parts. Now look how fucking good they are.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was listening to an interview with, I think Elliot Friedman was talking about that Ole Jokinen years ago said when the trade was made, watch out for Luostarinen. He is going to be a star in this league.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
That was Ole Jokinen said that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well. Good Finnish player in his
Because he was coaching him.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I was going to say. What time is the pills?
All right. Florida team total. I'm in at plus 120. I'm going to lock it in.
Over
right
4.5.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
They need 2.
Is that bet 365?
-2.5.
Okay, because let me see. What have I got here?
Yeah, shop around. Hopefully it's at least, it should be plus money, I think, most spots now. Yeah.
I took Florida team total pre-game. I took them at 3.5. I got plus 145, 155, something like that.
Well, I already cashed the 2.5.
See, that's the perfect example.
2.5.
The puck possession numbers, that at 58% of puck possession tonight, but as Allison Lucan, who does tons of stuff with stats, and she's on the Seattle broadcasts, their intermission shows, Allison Lucan on their studio stuff. She always said, long time ago, and she's said it before many times, I don't care how much you have the puck. What do you do with it?
Yeah, it's where you have the puck.
And it's a bunch of like I said, soft shots on the point, extra passes. Yeah, they're not doing anything of quality. They haven't done anything of quality in the last 5 periods combined, really.
That's where you're going to see a huge leap next year for Anaheim. Q's going to have them playing so much better hockey tactically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to be crazy.
And you know what's the thing about Q? And I was going to mention this to Jason, forgot to, but he's going to have some fire in his belly and the hunger back again. He's been railroaded and he's been, scorned and, said, his involvement with the thing.
He got those Florida guys
reinvigorate him to be successful again. Yeah.
Think about it. He was priming this team right here.
That's right.
And
they look like the 2015 Hawks right now.
I mean, he got him ready. He just,
And I'll give you a best bet extremely early for next season. When Anaheim goes to Chicago, that Ducks team total over.
Yeah.
They will dog walk the shit out of the Hawks, and Q won't let them let up.
Yeah, that'll be circled on his calendar next year.
Oh hell yeah, that'll be a national TV game, and Ducks will run them.
Yeah.
I also just went down
minus 3.5 right now is plus 155 on Bet365.
I just went down a Forsling rabbit hole, Alex, because I was trying to remember what years I covered him. He was a kid. He was like 20.
Yeah.
You remember who they traded him for?
He was a waiver claim.
No, he got traded to Carolina for Calvin DeHaan.
Oh,
that's right. Good fucking God, that's right. I do.
Man, I forgot about that. That's
pretty horrific.
And Calvin DeHaan did absolutely nothing in a fucking Hawks uniform.
Hawks lost a lot of acumen at the end of that cut. They just started fucking firing trades out. Like
Forsling was
let's bring back Brandon Saad and trade away Artemi Panarin.
Yeah, trade Panarin, Kane's first true winger.
They traded Anton Forsberg and Gustav Forsling, Chicago, June of 2019, to Carolina in exchange for Calvin DeHaan and Alexei Sorella.
He played one season, Sorella.
Ooh, that's not that the gift with Snoop Dogg. Ooh,
yeah, right. Yeah,
one season you got.
Horrendous.
Awful
and look at
trade.
Forsling. He's like just this amazing NHL defenseman now.
Top 2 defenseman.
Yeah. That's a Stanley Bowman classic right there.
That's why I want the Oilers to lose in this series. I want him to dismantle Edmonton the way he dismantled Chicago.
Could you imagine having your father, who's all-time great at his profession, and being the son that's doing what he's doing at his?
Like Pete Rose Jr.?
Yeah.
Well, Talon was the one that got all the cup players,
Mm-hmm.
Talon laid the foundation and the building blocks for that.
Even Mike Smith did more for the 3 cups than Bowman.
Yeah.
Because Mike Smith was responsible for Crawford and Keith and Seabrook. So
you've got one of the great hockey minds in the history of the sport as Pops, and that's what you're bringing to the table. Fucking Gustav Forsling and Anton Forsberg for Calvin DeHaan and Alexei Sorella.
There's a bunch of guys in that. Cool, because they paid 6 players $50 million.
Right. Yeah.
Stan just kept swiping the credit card, and he's like, "Oh shit, I gotta pay this now." Right. So they traded a lot of the young guys out.
Yep.
And I see Scotty on with Jimmy and Pierre multiple. He's been on a bunch of times with them. The guy still got his mind. He's still sharp as a tack.
The kid in Montreal. Dano? He's still around?
No, Dano's in LA now. Kirby Doc's in Montreal. That was a good trade.
Dano went to Montreal, I thought.
Yeah, he went to Montreal, and then he ended up in LA.
Yeah, he's still a good player, right? He's decent.
Dano's fine.
He had a really good playoff.
Yeah.
He had a really good playoff, but he kind of slept through the last 2.
They got it wrong with Dano. They thought Dano was going to be a better offensive forward, and then it turned out he's a great defensive forward.
But he was his first year in LA with playing with Arvidsson and Moore. They were really good, and then after that, he fell off the map. His first year put up really good numbers.
God, they traded him for Tomas Fleischmann and Dale Weiss.
Fleischmann's margarine. Yeah.
Yeah, but those guys did help out in that 2015 run.
Yeah.
Like they played.
No,
the roles
no. This is 2016. This is after the.
Oh, that's okay. So no, yeah, right. Okay.
This was the beginning of the end. They started gambling.
That's right.
They started trading all the future players away.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Right. That was the slam dunk. That was supposed to be the slam dunk trade at the deadline. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Anywho, sorry to hijack with Blackhawks history.
There you go.
That's always fine here.
There you go. I'll hijack it for the Flames and just for a heartbeat. If anybody hasn't seen it, go see my X page. I put a picture of the hole. They've got the outside walls done. The hole looks to be about 40 feet deep.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Nice.
they're slowly starting to pour concrete now. They're getting forms in the whole bit. So
You could bury some of your ex-wives there.
yep. Already have.
I'm
There's
sure
only one ex-wife. There's only one ex-wife I have to bury.
Oh, okay. Well,
Not maybe a
hole's
couple
definitely
kids
big
who might have found me.
See, Carolina's pressing now, and they just
Yep.
it's hard as fuck to get any pucks to Bobrovsky.
You got
here.
one shot from Burns, and that was it.
Like they've got all this ozone time, and they're finally up to 7 shots now. That's amazing.
Oh, 7? Okay.
Yep.
I got 6. You're ahead of me, though. So.
I mean, getting these pucks through, that's been the issue. I mean, they're getting ozone time, multiple shifts, especially in this period, but
Well, they are the two. Carolina and Florida were the top 2 shot suppression teams in the league. So.
Yep.
Florida's showing to be the better one.
Oh, big move. Oh. It's starting to open up a little bit now.
Yeah, Carolina's got no option. They have to take chances, pinch the defense when they have the opportunity. See, there's another shot from the point. Doesn't even get through.
I like that Florida minus 3.5, Sam, too, and I took the same bet as Ian.
And the minus 3.5 is now a pretty good plus price there. Plus 150.
Plus 155 it was when I did it.
Would they pull the goalie down 3-0?
They might.
Yeah.
They wouldn't down 4. But they
Rod will.
Yeah.
Brindamore will.
Brindamore's done it down 3 before.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, he's pulled it down 4 goals, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
You
once,
just
yeah.
pull 'em now.
Too bad
now.
Patrick Wall's not coaching. They would've-
Yeah, I don't know about now, but
Yeah,
You want to head grab him, do you, Sam?
Yeah.
Too bad Patrick Wall's not coaching. He would.
I know, seriously.
Hey, whoa. Please.
Yeah, all right.
I'm not saying he's a bad coach. I'm saying he does some crazy stuff like that.
I'll say he's not that good of a coach.
Yeah, no, I'll say he's not a good. He's not a good NHL coach. He's a really good junior coach, but he's not a good NHL.
I don't agree. I think he's good. But I don't think the Islanders should have been close to it. Not even close.
I mean, this has got to be so frustrating to play Florida when they're up by multiple goals. The way they just protect the house, can't get shots through,
and they don't even look like they're trying too hard doing it.
Yeah.
Fever won by 5. I covered 3.5, 4.5, and I had plus 225 when they were trailing at one point.
Okay, well, then you're buying drinks for everybody right now. So, oh,
Holy shit!
you start gloating and not share the wealth.
Were the Fever
probably
dogs
going to end
before?
up winning the.
No, they were at one point in live. They were dogs because they were trailing by like 2. It was like they kept trading buckets back and forth.
Yeah.
There's not many times where they're going to be a dog this year.
No,
I didn't think so. That's it.
They're ready in year 2 of Caitlin Clark to be a champion, or at least contend for one. Yeah.
Dude, we
I gotta
bet
go
their
see them
title.
play once. I gotta
We
go
bet
see
their
them
title.
play.
Yeah, I mean, they're the Aces and Liberty and some other teams were ahead of them even in the future.
Yeah, you parlayed the title with stuff, right, Sam?
I was betting everything I could get down on the Fever, 350, 4-1.
Yeah.
That parlay had a cheaper price, but a lot of books don't let you parlay
Hey,
shit.
for the record, I texted you like a couple months ago and said grab them at 6-1.
You did. That's because you're attracted to the guy or the girl that they got in the trade or whatever. That's the only reason.
Well, because I knew adding Sophie and they added a bunch of different players who were all killer shooters that would actually take pressure away from Caitlin. Like they have a much more well-rounded team compared to last year. So
they're going to be the favorite real soon. I mean, I agree with you. He did, Ian, though. He texted me right when they got his girl, Sophie Cunningham. He's like, go bet him. And I'm like, of course you'd say that.
You got to DM me that sweater or shirt you want, Alex.
Oh, yeah, the T-shirt? Yeah, all right. Yeah, when I see it in the store, I'll send you a picture of it. Yeah, Sam Pearlo's in Indiana. So I'm gonna have him grab me one of the jersey T-shirts.
A Sophie one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be. Are you gonna go to the game when they're in Minnesota?
I might have tried to. Yeah.
Once hockey's over, I'm gonna go watch them play in a minute.
I know your wife finally is gonna have you to herself once hockey's over, Pearlo.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
You sound excited.
No, I know I am actually. I'm good. That's one good thing about hockey being over. I get to actually see how my wife looks and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, how have you been the last 9 months or 10 months or 8 months, 7 months since I last saw you in October, early October?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Started. Yeah.
Yeah. I took her out for some Korean tonight. I hung out with her.
$40. Fuck. Okay. I thought it'd be cheaper than that. $40 T-shirts. What does this world come to now?
Yeah, can't you just get it online, or you want what?
I can't get it. No, I actually can't get it online. I thought it was gonna be like something only available store, but now that I find it online, I'll just order it. So don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. You can get it online. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida's got the old anaconda grip on. Like Carolina's definitely been in the ozone way more than the other way around in this period. But again, what are they? They're still stuck on 7 shots, and it feels like they've been in the ozone.
I got them on. Oh, it's weird. TNT has them on 8 shots. Hockey Night's got them on 7 shots.
Yeah.
I've got Jarvis over 2.5.
Wait, no, I got 7 shots now on my TNT.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, now they switched it up.
Down to 7.
Yeah.
If you don't like the shot, just wait a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they had a chance there, Carolina, but broken up on a potential 2-on-1 there at the net.
What was the Anderson under saves? What was the number?
Anderson under saves, I think it was 22.5.
23.5.
23.5. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He's got 10 right now.
Yeah. And Florida seems pretty content not to worry about making an 11th.
Yeah.
Carolina.
This reminds me of the way Florida won Game 4 against Toronto, in particular. That game in that series, where they just really just put the clamp down.
I think the T-Wolves in the second half are going to be a good bet, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
They're down 8 at halftime, so they didn't have that's 2 games in a row. This team has not closed the half very well. Timberwolves.
So what do you think? Timberwolves second half or second half total?
Second half. I don't think they're going to get blown out. They're playing really physical.
We got overtime coming up in Game 2 of the PWHL Championship, Minnesota, Ottawa. 1-1.
Throw the records out when those 2 teams play against each other.
Yeah.
Edwards going to have
Frost and Ottawa Charge. Yeah.
Edwards might have like 35 tonight by the time it's all over.
What number are we eyeballing for that?
I think the Thunder are going to be like minus 2.5 in the second half, and if I can get 2.5, I'd take it.
Okay.
Like every time Slavin goes back to retrieve the puck he just kept the puck in at the blue line and he got walloped as he tried to shoot it around. Like they're hitting him at every turn.
Oh, see, they open 1.5. See that people are going to hammer that with OKC.
Yeah.
That's like fucking bait. So you get 9.5 adjusted.
Yep.
On a pregame spread of 8.
Okay.
Yeah, they still have 7 shots, Bailey. That's the thing. I mean, they look like they've got all this pressure in the offensive zone, and they're not getting any of the shots through. It's crazy.
Yeah, there we go.
It's unbelievable.
And they're overpassing when they do have a good opportunity.
Scored, Florida.
Here we go.
Oh,
Sam Bennett. He's
Sam
got his
Bennett.
second of the night. 4-0. Cats.
Bennett,
Another next goal winner.
Yeah, another next goal we got.
Yep.
Mhm.
Next goal.
And I have him right back. I have him right back for the 5th goal because I bet that after
that's
the 4th
right.
goal was originally the Carolina goals.
If only we could have someone in our lives that is as good at a specific type of bet as Alex is with the next goal. Yeah, it's just remarkable. Yeah. Well, it's no thanks needed. It's the fact. You know,
Yeah, I put it in right away. as soon
next
as
goal
it's
for
done.
this man is just you listen, you pay attention.
Oh, and the over cashed.
Yep.
We got second period over.
Yeah, that's right. Second period over 1.5.
You just need one more for the team total over, and the minus 3.5 and 2.5 look pretty
You sure?
solid.
Wait a minute. You had second period over 1.5,
Yeah,
Yeah.
plus 150.
but there's only been one goal.
Oh, we've only got one. Oh,
3 goals.
Oh, I thought that. Oh, I thought.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought
that's
there
right.
was a
I forgot
second
the
goal.
Carolina goal didn't count. Those rat.
No,
You
right.
know what it is? That's right. You're probably thinking of the Carolina goal that almost went in. Offside reversal. Yep.
Well, it went in. They cheated.
Right.
Now you got to pull Anderson.
He's not getting canned, Myron. I'd be shocked.
Well,
I'd be shocked. I don't
yeah,
know.
it'd be shocking. I don't know. I can just say never with that. You know.
I think it would need another year of coming up short in the playoffs for even that to be under consideration.
Or a really
Yeah.
bad start to next season. If they get swept and then they go 5-10 to start the year, then he's out.
I don't know about that. He signed a 5-year deal, and Dundon loves him.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Yeah. I mean,
They got 20 some odd. They got 28 million in cap space. I imagine they're going to be going out to get.
So they're gonna make changes next year then.
And if they do get a bunch of players, Brendamore's going to be okay. For them.
Okay, Bennett hat-trick prop live. Do we consider that? He's got 2 now.
Why not?
Yeah.
Shit, isn't Verhage at 2 goals too?
He
no.
Oh, no, he just had the 1. That's right. Okay, so yeah. So
no, actually, because his got changed to Kachuk, and
that's right.
actually,
right.
and he's got 3 assists, but no goals on the night. There's Forsling, Kachuk, and 2 for Bennett.
Imagine what's going to happen now that they go back to Florida, and Florida has change advantage and matchup advantage.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, now, you get them last line change. It gets even tougher.
Yeah. The sweep is looking good, Alex.
It's definitely in play now. Yep.
I took it with Alex. Same thing.
No, it's not a goalie problem, except the one goal is the one where Freddie had like a save on, the Forsling goal. Everything else, Freddie's got no chance. It's just breakdowns and great plays by Florida.
It's a whole team problem right now.
It's a whole team problem. We're not pinning this on Freddie Anderson.
It's a Florida's amazing problem.
It's a Florida's
Right,
fucking incredible right now problem. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty hard to win a game when you've got 7 shots on goal.
Yeah.
Like they're not getting anything through. And at the end of the day, if you don't get anything through, you're not winning. Yeah.
Florida's not letting them have anything. It's just shutting them right down. Florida surprises me, and I'm the one pumping them up all the time, and they surprise me all.
Sam, I got +2 minus 115. Is that good? Yeah. No.
Oh, we have a final in the East Coast League. It's 4-0 Toledo, so they're going to be up 3-1 in that series now in the West final.
So Bennett's 7-1 for 3. At least at FanDuel. Might as well
Let me see at the at 365, which is where I usually go. Yeah, it's 700, same price. Yep.
Alex, did you say +2 on Oklahoma?
No, +2 for Minnesota.
Or sorry, Minnesota. Okay, all right.
Yeah, it was hanging around for a second, then it went right back to +1.5.
Gotcha.
So Circa just went to 1. I mean, so obviously somebody just decked them.
Yeah, right.
Someone just hammered it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, look,
Yeah.
Minnesota's. I mean, I think they're the side. I think they're going to be. I think they're going to be in this one till the end. They're going to lose in like heartbreaking fashion and then get swept maybe.
Yep, typical Minnesota.
112.5 total.
I'm already on Minnesota +8.5 pregame. Otherwise, I'd probably join in.
Yeah, I took 8. But I picked this up at a younger age. Like when they make the spread, like the second half spread, like -1, -1.5, like that's built in where most people are going to lay it. So it's like a tricky. It's not a trap, but it's kind of a trick.
Okay.
Like anytime you see -1, -1.5, that's in some weird way respect for the dog, if that makes any sense.
Right. I get that. And then, but then my brain goes: Do I take +128 money line, or should I just go in and take that +1.5 minus the dog?
I mean, it depends. It depends on your juice, right? Like if you can lay, you can lay 108, 107, something like that.
Now see, now I'm laying 112. Now I'm laying 112 on the 1.5 and +120 on the money line.
Yeah. It's personal preference. It's really up to you.
Yeah. All right.
Then they lose by 9, and you'll be so mad. You know.
Right.
Man.
Fuck it, it's been a good night. I'll put a little bit on it.
Yeah, I mean, don't go crazy on it. I didn't do that.
Yeah. Forsling and the Fever have been money tonight, so that I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
No shit got a shot. So
there you go. All right.
So you live for another day with every
yeah.
Every game with a shot on goal.
Yeah, every game with a shot on goal.
And that helps you out if it's a sweep or 5 games. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely. And it helps me out if they blow them out because they'll play no-shit more in the third.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's right. You play your depth guys more when you got a 4-goal lead.
That's a clever bet, man. Good stuff.
That's really good, smart.
Yeah.
Because where did you find that one, Pearlo?
I found it. Well, first of all, that was in.
And you're frozen.
Oh, just wait.
Okay.
Those are the kind of intuitive, intellectual hockey bets you expect from a guy that watches a divorce-worthy amount of hockey.
Right. I got to be good for something, dude.
Yeah. So who had that?
Anyways, I believe it was FanDuel.
Okay.
I got that at. And the only reason why I knew about it or it came to mind was for one game, Bet365 had block shots for forwards, and he was one of them.
Right. Yeah.
And when I went on it, I went over to covers, and I looked at what his block shots were like, and they had his shots up, and they normally don't. And I went through all the games that he played, and I noticed on him he had a shot in almost every game. So when I started looking at my futures, I saw him and I was like plus 3,500 for one shot, if I remember correctly. He's had a shot in every game this playoff. So I was like, and you guys know how well that fourth line has been playing, so you put it all together. And
because someone asked me about playing Ranton in one shot every game, but it was -220. I'm like, you can do it, but it's just no value.
No.
So Bennett, by the way, he was 27-1 for 2 goals pregame and 160-1 for a hat trick pregame.
Oh, yeah.
Now he's 7-1, which I understand.
Don't forget, we have the Memorial Cup starting tomorrow. That's going to be a great tournament this year.
Be great.
Yeah, it's good. The players that are in that tournament, it's a sick field as far as like high-end draft picks playing in that tournament. Yeah.
All right, I got to go eat dinner. I'll be back.
All right.
Go ahead. I'm actually going to run on too, boys.
All right,
Sammy, we appreciate it. Good to see you again.
Sam.
You guys too. Good to see y'all. I imagine we'll have some of these next week. I'll stay a little bit longer.
All right.
And if you want, hey, you got me for chicken dinner if you want a Stanley Cup final segment.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, we should probably do that again.
Yep.
That was good. You guys all hit your best bets too. All three.
Yeah, there
of
we
you.
go. Yeah,
That's good.
we'll arrange that before the Stanley Cup final. Sounds good.
Sounds good. All right. Cheers, everybody.
All right.
See you,
Later,
Sammy. Yep. Yeah, there we go. I figured we'll bring back the band again. We'll do a segment for the final.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
That's usually how we do it.
Yep.
First round and cup final. So.
Florida is 20 minutes away from being halfway there to a third straight Stanley Cup final. Yep.
So what makes a dynasty now? Two Stanley Cups in the final? Is that a dynasty in the?
Nope.
No, I think they got to win.
I knew Alex was going to be all in.
They got to win.
That's not a dynasty, but it's a great start to.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Cap world to get to do that. I mean, I don't know. I think that's just as impressive as anything.
Tampa Bay's 3-year run of winning the 2 cups and 3 conference titles. And that would be a dynasty because that goes all the way back to really the 2015 Eastern Conference title. That group really you can go from 2015 to 2021-22, and that's their dynasty. Florida would be starting a dynasty. Florida can win another division title next year. They don't have to go back and win the cup, but if they go win this or win the cup again, and then they win a division title, then they'd be on their way to starting a dynasty, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't. I'll have to write that down.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
There's different dynasties are all built differently, and if you look at what the teams we consider dynasties of recent being Pittsburgh, Tampa, Pittsburgh, Chicago, and then LA. And LA and Chicago's dynasty overlapped. Pittsburgh's overlapped over all of that. So that's the thing. There's no such thing as just one dynasty running at one time. But yeah, Florida's on their way to building a dynasty. This is certainly the start of it.
Yeah. Okay. I guess Did Walker ever come back, by the way? Never did, eh?
I don't think he did. And we know Reinhardt's done for the Florida Panthers. And I think Walker is done for the night, too. Pretty sure.
It's too bad. Got him for
Which means more Morrow and Gostisbehere on the defensive side is not always what you want. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. 2 more goals for the Panthers in this period.
See, I don't buy what Ryan Whitney's saying. Leafs fans have got to be feeling better about themselves watching this. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Your goal was to get. I don't care who you played or who you lost to. That you lost to Florida and they're looking awesome right now. Your goal was to get.
If it makes you feel better, then do it. If it makes you feel better, do it. It's good. Good for you.
I feel like
you can go on with your life and you don't have to bitch. Feel shitty. That's good. Do that for you. But it's not.
To me, it would be the opposite, where they're looking at it like, had they gotten through Florida, they probably roll Carolina and get to the finals.
Yeah.
I'll
tell you this right now. If then Florida's really suffocating them, but I was planning on, had Toronto beaten Florida Sunday night in Game 7, I would have been on Toronto in the East Final. I would have been.
Probably. Yeah.
Seriously, I would have been. Yeah, because I thought they would have matched up well against Carolina, no doubt. And they would have had the confidence and belief because we finally got over that second round hump. We can relax a bit, just go out there and play with confidence, throw caution to the wind. And if they did that, I thought they're going to beat Carolina, but we'll never know now. We'll never know now.
I guess we'll never know.
We'll never know. Yep.
I think Florida goes all the way. It's going to be interesting to see how Edmonton does and Dallas do tomorrow. That's going to be
Nicholas Stowers. I'll look that up for you. Jonah Gadjevich goal as far as a live prop is concerned.
That's another one, yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, I could see that fourth line crashing and banging their way to a goal here in the third period in garbage time. Anytime goal scorer for Gadjevich right now is 33-1. And if you like him to get the next goal, it's 65-1.
Who is Gadjevich?
Jonah Gadjevich, Bailey. Fourth
Yeah,
liner.
he knows it.
Yeah, you got it.
Greer, I already have Greer pregame.
Yep.
So we'll see.
I just put it like $5 on Gadjevich, Greer, and Noshik to score just because I thought, hey, maybe one of them will pop one. Yep. Just a small bet. Didn't feel overly confident they would, but
Crypto Goat. Panthers will win it 3 years in a row. That would definitely make them a dynasty.
oh, I just got it. I think we knew that he was not going to come back, but it's official for Edmonton, Dallas tomorrow night, game 2. Ekholm for Edmonton is out at least for one more game.
Yeah.
Game 3 back in Edmonton is the target currently for him to be back. The Sunday game, Sunday afternoon.
Edmonton afternoon game.
That'll be interesting. That's 1:00 start time Sunday afternoon in Edmonton.
Yeah. Worries me a little bit.
That'll be noon for
Edmonton's not
Robinson for Matt out in Reno. That'll be a noon game on Sunday. Yep.
Take the under in that game.
That's the one where it could start to tighten up. Yeah.
That's going to be an under for sure.
Game 4 for sure is the one that for like game 4 because of Skinner and it turns into, like I said, Patrick Waugh in a game 4.
I think it's also if Dallas were to win tomorrow, then it's going to be a slow start to game 3 because it'll be like Edmonton won't want to give anything up. It'll kind of feel like a must-win game type situation. I feel like those tend to go under too.
I'm probably going to be on Edmonton tomorrow, but we'll see.
But yeah, and then if Edmonton wins tomorrow, I think game 3 could be more open because both teams are 1-1. It won't be a backs against the wall situation.
You got an Edmonton team that's going to at least feel like at 5-on-5 we played a pretty solid game, and then we got into all that penalty trouble last night, and of course that's when Dallas just made us pay for it. And credit to Dallas because Dallas they were powerless. They were just completely just shut down by Edmonton when they had the power play last year in the Western Conference Final, and for them to all of a sudden strike for not once, not twice, but 3 power play goals in that third period. It's a confidence builder for that unit.
Yeah, 2 of the 3 were the second unit too.
Yeah, exactly. They have 2 good units. Dallas
They started with the second. Yeah, Jason Robertson was on the sports radio in Dallas today, and he just said, I mean, we have the luxury that we have 2 units to where if one's not going, then it's not really first and second. It's more like 2, like A1, A2.
I'm trying to remember. Another thing that's factoring into why I'm leaning Oilers tomorrow, it's the bounce back. I think they're going to play a hell of a game after the third period got away from them. And I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, when's the last time Dallas got up 2-0 on a team? It's been a while. It's been a long while, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, they
prefer to go the long route. Yeah.
They've been down 0-2 in recent memory, but I think Vegas last year in the first round, they went down 0-2 at home and then ended up getting it to 7.
Yeah, Oilers and Knicks, how they respond tomorrow night's fascinating in those 2 sports. Knicks, same damn thing. That was a horrible loss for them.
It just depends if Gary Bettman calls in that they have to call power plays for Dallas, is what I heard the Edmonton fans saying.
Yeah.
That it was Bettman wanted Dallas to win.
Yeah, of course. It had nothing to do with the fact we couldn't get a kill in the third period. It had nothing to do with that. Yeah.
And that all 3 penalties were penalties.
Yeah. The only one I quibble about, though, is the one where Duchesne sold it a little bit. But the other
it's
two.
Still a stick in the face. Yeah. And your natural reaction when you take a stick in the face is jolt back.
No, everybody does that. People say Duchesne. Do you think Matt Duchesne's the only person that does that when the stick makes contact? Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Yeah.
Of course you do that.
I don't mind that people doing that with their head. It's just the clear embellishment that's it's creeping into the game a little too much. That's the stuff that I don't want.
Sometimes they don't sell it well, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I haven't gotten the latest update on Pickard. Yeah, Kochekov's in net. Chip Alexander, who covers the Canes, just reported.
Cool.
Pyotr Kochekov is starting the third period here for
Old
Carolina.
Kochetkov with having.
So Pat, Freddie Anderson under saves. Anyone that has.
Yep.
Yeah.
Easy.
Well, I'm about to take Florida -4 now.
I already got him on
They got the
the
3.5.
I'm going to see if I can get it. I already have the team.
Pickard's torn ACL. That's incorrect. At least that's not what I've heard. He's just day to day. Yeah.
I've heard he wouldn't be back in this series. That he could potentially be back in the finals.
Yeah.
But
It may not be immediate.
that's changed.
Yeah. No, but it'll be Stu Skinner again tomorrow night for sure. I mean, if Pickard was available and healthy, I think if I was Chris Knobloch, maybe he would do this too. I'd put Pickard. I wouldn't put Skinner back till Game 4 because of his track record. Game 4 is when he turns into a Hall of Fame goaltender in the playoffs, and then before that, in the playoff games, he hasn't been.
All right, then would you start Eric Comrie on the road? Then should Scott O'Neill have done the same thing?
I wouldn't have hated it, honestly.
I wouldn't
But
have
we
hated
would
it.
get to
You
that
can't
point.
do it.
Yeah.
You can't do it. Like,
Pickard's better than Comrie, I think.
It's depends on if you get him on your good day or not. Yeah. You can confirm who's in net for one team tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm thinking about
Casey
taking-
DeSmith. No, I'm kidding. Of course, I'm kidding. Yeah.
I'm thinking of taking.
Although, to be honest with you, let's say, and I'm not going to suggest it'll happen. Ottinger gets hurt, something happens, but that's not the worst second option to have.
Yeah, no, I mean
you do not want to see him.
He was great,
but it's not a bad option there to have him. Yeah.
I'm thinking about taking correct score 2-0 Florida, third period plus 12.
And Matt knows this, and we've talked about this too with Dallas. Didn't we just know that once Dallas got that 4-3 lead yesterday, that Jake Ottinger wasn't giving up another goal. He just was not going to give up another one.
Yeah,
he's just got a.
They had the 4-3 lead. They had to kill off a penalty.
Yeah,
I believe, and but it was no stress because it's Jake's got to lead in the third.
Yep. Reminded me of Colorado Game 7 too. Once they got that 3-2 lead and then made it stand up.
It's crazy that they've done that twice, down to in the third, and won by more than 1.5 in regulation. You could have taken Dallas reverse puck line going into the third. It would have been plus 2,000, and it would hit. Same thing with Game 7.
I've probably seen the highlight reel in the third period of that Game 7 against Colorado now probably 10 or 15 times because it's that incredible at what happened. And between the goals and the multi-goal comeback and the crowd going nuts every time they scored and the great calls of all those goals on the television broadcast by Sean McDonough and then the sound of the crowd when he got the hat-trick goal. That's got to be one of the loudest pops I've heard from a crowd. And I could hear it through the television speakers when the hat-trick goal went in to make it 4-2 in the dying seconds. It's like the roof was literally going to come off that place.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the, when Wyatt scored, the jump in the air behind the net was pretty cool to see.
Yeah. He did the little leap. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you see Harley did it?
In the overtime winner against
Winnipeg.
Yeah,
he scored and he celebrated, and then as he was skating backwards, he did a little bunny hop.
You know what? They all stole that from one person in particular, Mike Foligno. He's the guy that always did that back in the day. Yeah. Florida pressing here. I mean, remember, this is the only live bet I've got pending is Florida team total over 4.5 at plus 120. So I just need
I
one
have
more.
that too, and I just took Florida exact score. Florida 2-0 exact score third period. Florida.
Oh wow, correct score third period.
1,200.
So that means Pearlo's looking for a 6-0 final here. Yeah.
6-0 final.
It'd be cool with
It's a live
on the
betcast. You got to bet something. Got to bet something, and that makes sense. I can see 2 goals.
I think I'm going to take Florida next goal.
Yeah, we should just keep on betting that too. Florida.
Oh, shit. You know what? I just thought of something. I think my VEASAN hit is coming up. I've got one tonight. Hold on.
The last time I did this, though, that little Robertson, not you, Robertson, Toronto Robertson, scored that stupid on his ass back. And
Yeah. And still
up.
got scratched the next night.
Still got scratched the next night.
All right. Yes. I've just got to jump out to do VEASAN for 10 minutes, and I will be back right after that for the end of the game.
Oh, wait. Nicholas Showers who just said that. 6-0 final score. 6-1-2. I'll put a little bit on that too. It's 1,200, so I'll put a little bit on both. Just about.
Panthers to score the 5th goal is plus 150 right now.
Oh, grab that. I already got minus 111 from way earlier.
All right, I'll take that too. Alex says next goal. I sometimes.
And like Carolina's doing anything to spur momentum right now, so.
It's 1,100 for 1,200 for 6-0, and 1,100 for 6-1. So yeah, we'll take them both.
Okay, yeah, play them
you
both.
And me,
yeah.
Stowers. We'll do it. Let's do it.
Where's that at? FanDuel?
I have that on DK. I got it.
Oh, okay.
It's 1,300 now. You can get a better price. DK. 2-0. I got he's got 6-1. I took 2-0 third period.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah. So you could take 2-0 or 2-1.
Right.
And you got a better price. 1,600 now. Shit. Should have waited.
Wow. Let me bleed it out a little.
Should have waited it out a little bit. Yeah. Trying to get Rico in, but I'm pretty sure his parents are still in town.
Power play Carolina.
Oh, he's been watching it. Parents, he's been watching it. Parents still in town, I think.
Over 5.5 is minus 110, minus 115. I mean, and everything else.
More to just take a penalty?
Yeah.
Yeah, interference. Yeah.
That Carolina guy I don't know what he flipped on.
Ian have a show to do, a spot to do?
A VEASAN or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow's the day that I'll put. Tomorrow's the day for the Pearlo special. Edmonton first period, Dallas second. That's the day for it.
Yeah, it sucks. You can't depend on Carolina to get a goal.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't huge on that one today, but tomorrow I like it a lot. Dallas is killer at second period goals. You're not going to get the same price on it, though. It's going to be like plus. Well, I can find out what it is right now. Yeah.
So what's going to happen with our Oilers tomorrow night? So I think I don't know if you really did that. We did a screen, and Barstool Big Cat came on last year. We can't came on last night for the third. Big man good. They're down 4-3. They lose 6-3. So I was emotionally not there. I was simply watching NBA screens.
This is the net. Jesus. 9 shots on goal. That's it.
Yeah, for a team that depends on getting 30 to 40 a game, trying to win that way, 8's not going to do it. Earlier, when they had 5 shots on goal, it showed a stat. 4 of them was by defensemen. I should have took Stankoven under 1.5 shots. He's been getting like 1 a game. Then that's it. But I didn't do it.
I have Jarvis overshot, and it's not happening.
Yeah.
Plus 108 for that tomorrow. Plus 108.
Who are you picking to score first, Edmonton or Dallas? In the first
I'm not really good at that. I go on Alice when it comes to score first, score next, starting like that. He's a guy I want.
I meant like what period? Like, Oilers first period, Dallas second period.
Oh, sorry, yeah, because the Oilers lost the last game. So Edmonton first period, Dallas second period.
Gotcha.
I'll definitely be on the first period over in that game. I feel like Dallas tends to give up a goal at home pretty often, and I think Edmonton will have a big push the first 5 or 10 minutes after how game 1 ended. So
I would
don't know what.
name Edmonton first goal too.
I would look at Edmonton first goal, first period over, both teams to score.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because first period over is minus 140. But if I did a same game parlay of 1.5 and drop the total down to 5.5, it's plus 110. Which isn't bad.
Yeah, that's nice. I don't know about over 5.5, but I'm a little worried about that.
Yeah. You think it starts quick and then slows down?
Yep.
Maybe like a 2-2 overtime.
Especially if it's Dallas. Dallas gets a couple of goals early. They get up 2-0. They'll want to clamp down. Even though Edmonton's going to want to press.
That's why the first goal is so important in that Winnipeg Dallas series is both of those teams can play that style. Where like Dallas came back against Edmonton game 1. They came back multiple times against Colorado. Like those 2 matchups, it was like a looser game. Like they were talking about this during the Winnipeg series, but when Winnipeg was up early, it was really tough for them to, spree a couple goals because Winnipeg could play so good defensively.
Right.
So yeah, I do see that. I think if you see like a 2-1 Edmonton after the first, then I could see it soaring the over because I could see it turning into another, 5-3, 5-4 game. But if Dallas has a lead early in the game, like I might look at if Dallas scores like in the first 2 minutes of the game on a free goal, I may look at a live under, like under 6.5, because I think once they have a lead, they kind of like to slow it down.
Right.
Yeah. But Edmonton can score in bunches too, so it's a lot of there's a lot of back and forth, honestly.
Yeah.
That's why they call it betting, I guess.
True. Yeah. That's definitely it. So 13:40 left, 4-0.
Yeah. Not much live betting to do now.
No, just sit and hope everything cashes that we already got. A loose Duran in goal to make it 5-0 would be beautiful.
Yeah, I like the Oilers tomorrow too. First game, Oilers win at home. Dallas wins the second on the road. Well, he's got parlay. OKC -8.5, Florida -1.5.
Oh, okay. I haven't even looked at the basketball.
Man, Thunder, the spread's 10 now.
I see. Yeah, Minnesota's going to lose that series. Choke City, at it again.
What's that? Carolina or
no Minnesota Timberwolves?
Minnesota. Okay, yeah. They should just call it.
They might get swept too.
Choke City, Choke-a-Soda. The Choke-a-Soda whatevers.
All right.
They're impressive holding that Carolina this many shots. Though I just never would have thought it. I know they're good, but this is impressive.
Oh, Minnesota Frost just won in overtime, Game 2 of the PWHL Finals. That's the only team that wins around here. Yeah.
Oh, is that right? Minnesota Frost.
They're the defending PWHL champions, so they're one step closer to going back to back.
Oh, are we gonna get
the Lynx and the Frost.
Might not get my 6-0 because it looks like Florida's not worried about scoring.
Yeah, they're just sitting on it.
I don't think Carolina is either. You're sitting behind the net for a minute. Golly.
Well, they know exactly what they're going to do all over the ice. And because Carolina's did the same thing this year as they did last year, and they'll do it again next year. I didn't mention it. I've been talking about that Brindamore thing for a while now. Yeah. Brindamore just playing that man-on-man, every same thing over and over and over again. Oops.
I might have to double down on the sweep. I don't know. Maybe play it a little smaller.
Throw a little more on the sweep. Why not? Got to make up for our Canada loss today. What the fuck was that all about?
Yeah, good thing I parlayed them with Switzerland, and I was pissed I didn't bet. Not Switzerland, Sweden. I was pissed I didn't bet that separate. That's crazy. And they were showing on I watched some of that game on Denmark's penalty kill. They made like a triangle in front of the goalie, and they had a rover just going around following the puck everywhere they went. And they said Canada, they couldn't figure it out. They've never seen it before, and they didn't have an answer. You just got to shoot from the point at that point and then try to jam it in that way, I would think. I guess no Bo Horvat's really hurting Canada.
No Bo Horvat. No Veleno. Too bad Matt's not here. That's what he would be saying. He's hurt, right? How badly is he hurt?
I don't know, man. They haven't released anything yet that I've read. He got tied up, like he went in with the goalie. I don't know. Something looked like something happened with his legs, so not good to see.
No.
Tavares and Matthews and those guys, I guess they didn't want to join them because I saw Nylander playing for Sweden today.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
he went out.
But what happened? Did they like severely outshoot him or anything? Like what happened?
Well, Canada was out shooting them, man, like 30-11 or something crazy. But I heard Denmark put up 22 shots in the third, came back, and they scored. They tied it up, and they scored the game winner with 40 seconds left, and it was just bad.
Getting real chippy right now in this Florida Carolina game.
I don't know why Carolina's got no one to answer for Florida. I don't know why they would want to even get involved in that.
Well, they have to. They got to do something to spur up the momentum. They got to shake up something. Yeah.
All right, we are back, and we see a little scroll. There was a little
Yeah.
Aho doing it.
Marchand going after Gostisbehere. I don't blame him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Cross-check.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I had no problem with that.
I
have no problem with that.
That's a fucking turd move that Gostisbehere made the other night.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, and look, I know Marchand is not, like I said, he's not an angel. We know that.
Yeah.
He's had incidents. He's played on the edge before. I get that. But even Marchand's never shot the puck directly at a guy.
But
Right.
if you look at Marchand now, he does it, but he's not all angry about it afterwards. He just did it. That's
the difference between 2025 and 1995, because 2025 he cross checks him low in the back. 1995 he's cross checking him straight in the mouth and taking about 4.
Yeah, that's right.
So. Yeah.
All right, let's get this fifth Florida goal. It's the only thing we're waiting on here as far as live action. Yep.
Yeah,
cool mint for the 5th goal.
Yeah, that would be great.
He's in the man. They just put him in the box.
Yeah, I know. He's got to be out there scoring.
I know. That's all right. He can spring out of the box with a breakaway.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, man, on a redirect. Florida almost had it right there. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Alex, I think you aged Brad Marchand about 20 years. He didn't play in 1995 in the NHL.
No, I was saying the game, how the game has changed. I was saying if this was 1995. No, not saying him.
I was just like, wait.
No,
not saying him.
206 years old if that was the case.
Oh, just about scored there again.
Still time. There's 9 minutes.
They're buzzing. They're buzzing. Don't worry.
You know who's not buzzing right now? The fucking Minnesota Timberwolves.
No.
They're getting buzzed is what's happening. Yeah. Not good.
Choke City.
Yeah. This is looking like it's going to be a short series for them now.
Mm-hmm.
They just look good, and SGA's going nuts again. The MVP. Yeah. He's a Ticats fan too. He was at one of the Ticats games last year over the summer. SGA. Yeah. Yeah, they did a whole big deal. In attendance tonight, Oklahoma City All-Star and Hamilton's own Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and he got a pop, and they did the whole mention that he's there. That's a big deal for the city, for Hamilton, that they've got a guy like that in the NBA, that good.
Absolutely.
MVP. Yeah.
Well, it was big when, I told you, his brother and cousin went to TMU, play basketball.
Yeah.
Cousin's really good, brother not so good.
Hey, there he is, Dre. Good to see you again. Welcome in.
Good.
How you guys been?
Good.
We're good.
Enjoying this game tonight, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yep, for sure. I bet on them today, so
yeah,
it was good.
Yeah, I should have just went with Florida team total and ignore this angle that's been good. It was not good tonight, though. The goal in the first period awful. It's still good overall, though. I think it's like 35-23 or something. Yeah.
Yep.
It is.
Yeah, it's just Carolina is trusting them to score anything. It's
35-24 for a goal in the first period, and 36-23 now. First goal of the next game.
The Edmonton first goal first and Dallas second. That one I like a lot. That one's going to be. That's a good one.
See, Matt Geica just let me know my wife wanted to watch a movie, so won't be joining the Betcast tonight. See, Pearlo, that's why you got a great wife. She never pulls you away from a Betcast to watch a movie.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, but they got to remember this is the third try here, so let Matt catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So don't worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people trip out because I've been married for like 25 years, but I got married when I was 20. So.
There you go.
Wow, good for you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be 25 years next year. So.
Wow, nice. That's pretty cool.
There's already rumblings that Brad Treliving and the Leafs are going to – that doesn't mean they're going to get them, but they are definitely going to be in pursuit of both Marchand and Bennett in free agency. Yeah, two guys that have helped spell their doom in the last
I don't see Marchand going.
Can't beat them, join them. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Does Carolina even go to South Florida for Game 3? Yeah.
Hopefully they go.
There are a lot of teams that are probably in pursuit.
Well, of course, yeah. But Toronto will be one of the teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In pursuit.
Well, they got all that Marner cap space they'll be able to use now. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. After they give Nyes $8.5 million.
Mm-hmm. They do have to use some of that for Nyes, though.
Yep.
And they get
Then
that.
Then what do they got? They think they're going to pay $9 million for Ehlers?
No. I'm hoping Hawks get Ehlers and Marco Rossi. Because it's already announced Marco Rossi ain't re-signing with Minnesota.
Ehlers $9 million for 8, dude. Please, Alex.
You would put Terry through a blender if that happened.
Yeah, I know.
He would be.
The killer would be if they try to match with the offer sheet. I don't really think the Hawks are going to do that. That would be hilarious. I would love for that.
Yeah.
Even though I'd rather have Ehlers, I think Ehlers would be a better fit in that group overall than Kaprizov. But
yeah, you'd have a brown bag full of dog shit on fire on your doorstep.
Not at the price they're going to pay him, Alex. He's not a top line left winger.
No,
he's not.
I think Ehlers will
going to get way over
Vegas before Chicago.
With Ehlers,
yeah. I don't think Vegas has anything in cap space at all, though. They have to get rid of some players.
That's the problem. Can they equal what Chicago might be able to spend to get him? That's the thing. Yeah.
Never concerned about Vegas trying to move.
I don't know exactly where he's going to go. Like, I really have a tough time figuring out where he would go.
Marchand had a breakaway, but great poke check by Kochetkov there. But the power play, here we go. We got our chance to get the fifth goal here.
You guys took the fifth goal live? Is that what you guys did?
I took it when I thought Carolina made this 3-1.
Yeah.
And I got it minus 111, and then it came back. So then I ended up betting fourth goal, which cashed. So now I still have it. I have it minus 111 and plus 135. So I doubled up on it.
I was shitting bricks. I went to go pick up pizza between the first and the second period, and I took the fourth goal live, and then saw Aho score, and then luckily it got pulled back and ended up cashing it later in the period. But yeah,
this may be garbage time for some people, but not for us here on the Ice Guys Live Betcast.
We got the goal.
We're looking for something here. Hey, we got it! Power play goal.
Awesome.
We got it.
All right.
Nice shot for the point. Ekblad let it go, and I think Barkov tipped it.
Oh, shit. I had Ekblad for a goal.
Barkov,
yeah.
I need Marchand for a point.
Now I need one more.
Yeah.
Get the plus 1200, plus 6-0.
Surgical, man, this team. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough stuff to see the crowd. Just it's emptied out already there at the Lenovo Center. Yeah.
Well, what are you going to do? I mean,
It's probably got the feel of Toronto.
They may not see the team again.
No.
This season.
Oh no, yeah, that's right. Yeah, what a hell of a last home game potentially. Yikes.
Like in all those doubts and seeds of doubt, now they're going to hear about 14 losses.
I had Ekblad for
conference final, swept 2 years ago by Florida. Yep. So cash the team total over 4.5 live. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that really that helps the minus the alt puck line.
Yep.
Well, I had Florida
Panthers plus 389 next goal in regulation. I just grabbed that.
Oh, it's getting greedy. That's a bet cast, not a think about it cast or watch cast.
I already got the 6-0 score, so I'll just stick with that.
All right, I'm hopping in.
That's a crazy number.
Next goal, it's a hell of a price now because we're so late in the game. Yeah. If this is the mother of all next goal whisperer calls if this hits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder what we're going to hear Paul Maurice say after the game now.
He's going to say,
got a bottle up his effort.
Last time he wasn't happy with this team game. Now it's going to be like, yeah, you know what? Carolina got some bad bounces.
Bad bounces. Hey, they played a hell of a game tonight. Yeah, massage their ego like we did in Toronto. Yeah, so they can go for the kill in Game 3. Yeah, but they played.
FanDuel had it at 380 and they locked it. Right.
Oh, okay.
Take it in.
Yeah, I grabbed.
It's usually around the time they pull it down. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I knew they were good. Yeah, they always inflate it and then they'll close it.
Thank goodness I at least took Florida team total pregame, because initially going into this game, the only thing I was going to look at was the Canes in the first period to score. But I said, you know what? Florida just might be better. They'd scored 3 goals minimum in all but one road game in the playoffs. I said, I'm going to take that team total.
You know, if we had really had any balls, we would have taken Florida -4.5 pre-flop at 30-1.
I mentioned it, and I never jumped on the puck lines. Like I mentioned 2.5, 3.5, and
I played both puck lines pre-flop.
I was a pussy. I just kept laddering up.
Yeah.
Just -2.5, -3.5.
Because I got
probably have to consider doing that again in Game 3. I don't know if just the fact that going to Florida is going to inspire to get anything.
I'm thinking Florida -1.5 first thing.
Yeah.
As soon as this is over with.
This is the difference, though, with last year or 2 years ago. 2 years ago, all the games were tight, and it could have really, truly gone either way in the terms of the score. This year, we're looking at what so far? 6-2 and 5-0.
Yeah.
Yep. That's 11-2 in the 2 games. Yeah.
Any chance Carolina can get like 13 shots on goal in the next 3 minutes?
Highly doubt it.
Yeah.
Cool mint to make it 6-0. That would
that's what we need. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Lustarina, that'd be great. Actually, I'll take Greer or one of those fourth line guys.
Yeah, any one of those guys.
Yeah, fourth liner or Lustarina would be great. Yep.
Oh, Noshik has 2 shots now, so even if they decide to scam you on them, probably.
They may say that both those shots went wide, knowing the way the fucking league is.
Yeah, this is over for the Timberwolves. They're down by 22 now, yeah.
Jesus.
I'm going to guess, Alex, you didn't have a penny of your dollar on Minnesota anywhere near this?
No. Well, I was going to grab the second half. I never did, but.
Sam was pretty confident in that.
Yeah. Even though he likes Thunder to win the series, though.
Yeah. Well, that's a team that's been building for a while, right? Thunder?
No, just like the last couple of years, they got a bunch of draft picks that are about to hit, so they're loaded now, and they have like 5 or 7 first-round picks in the next 3 to 4 years, like something crazy.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, the young kids have stepped it up in a big time really fast, and now they still have picks, so they'll be that might be the start of a dynasty for real. Because they can just trade, they'll be able to get guys around for a while on max deals. They'll be able to make some trades. They'll be able to trade some top picks and get people. They're saying they could get Giannis with all the draft capital they have potentially for next year.
Oh wow!
So you could have SGA, Giannis, and Chet. Yep. That's a hell of a big 3.
Yeah, Matt. If you want to head out, no problem. Yeah, all good. We're wrapping up right after the game ends anyway.
Yeah,
so,
right. Yeah, it's kind of died down. So.
That's the rule on the Betcast. We head out, after the last game ends, and this is the last game, the only game. Yep.
See you, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Good to see you. Glad you got home from
man.
Orlando safely, and like I said, big game 2 tomorrow night, Oilers and Stars.
Yeah, looking forward to
that. If it's anything like game 1, what a game it'll be. Oh,
yeah,
man, what a game that was last night. Holy shit! That's just such an entertaining, great hockey game.
You think the public's gonna come back on Dallas?
I want to see Bischel and Perry fight now.
Yeah.
After what happened at the end of that game. Yep. If I'm Bischel, I don't back down to that guy. You've got the size advantage.
Yep.
You're a big behemoth.
I mean, Perry's just gonna grab on and just not try to get killed. He's not a fighter. But he won't shy away from it.
Yeah. Yeah, because they were going at it.
Lustarina is now 180-1, the 6th goal scorer.
Shot in the dark here, yep, with 2 minutes left. Are we going to have a system play for Game 3 if this score holds?
Looks like it, yeah.
Playoff system play,
Yeah, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah,
6-0 Florida.
Oh, actually, that's not true. Yeah, 6-7-0 Florida. Yeah, okay, yeah. You can see that
For the first period and full game over in Game 3 with off the shutout. Yeah.
Yeah. Just bet alt Florida probably get a better price.
Which I believe it's been better in the playoffs again. It's a resurgence of that in the playoffs.
It's hang on.
Just bet alt Florida team total over. I think.
Yeah, it might just be Florida team totals more than just the full game in general.
Did I miss one? I had 5-0. I think 5-0 full game.
Yeah, no empty net, Kevin. They won't be pulling out 5-0.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Oh no, Dallas, Winnipeg. 5-1.
There you go for the full game. Yep.
Yeah, 5-1 for the full game.
Yeah, I know there's actually it's probably I think if off the top of my head I think it's 4-2 for the first period over with it, but it's 5-1 for the full game over.
Man, I was looking at Anderson saves. It was at 22, and I'm like, it's crazy. It's that low, and they only got 16 right now.
And they ended up out shooting Carolina 20-16. 16 shots for 3 periods in a spot where you needed this win so much. Wow.
And they still have not given up more than 21 shots in the game, Carolina.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And they still can't. And they still can't win either of these.
That's amazing.
So do you think Dallas, I mean, the public's going to come back on Dallas tomorrow, or you think the line's going to probably get better for Oilers?
Guys, I got to go. I got a show tonight.
All right, JD. Oh, yeah. NHL Network Radio. Tune in if you want more Jonathan. Yeah.
Cheers.
NHL Network Radio.
Cheers.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, man.
See you,
We'll
JD.
see you.
I didn't start watching that. Actually,
I don't think it's going to move too much. I think it's going to be, as far as you're not going to get big movement in the playoff lines unless there's something lineup related that comes about. I'm actually, you know what? It opened -130. It's down to -120. There's been some Edmonton money, and I get it. It's the zigzag theory. It's the bounce back spot. And I actually think Edmonton does win tomorrow night. I do.
Yeah.
Dallas has had no illustration over the years of being able to take a 2-0 lead in a series. I don't know why. I can't explain it. They just prefer 1-1, and if we need to win this thing in 6 or 7, we'll do it.
Yeah.
And by the way, we have not heard the last.
They won't do that because
we have not heard the last.
They better really, because I'm not as confident. That's the reason why I took Edmonton. I'm not as confident them later in the series as I am early.
Yeah.
They got some pretty old legs there.
It's funny. One of the Carolina fans that in the crowd, they're showing it at the end of the Sportsnet broadcast. She clearly knew they were losing and the camera was on her, and she just did it on purpose, like boo-boo face, just put on like a sad face. Yeah. Oh, well, that's good spirit anyway to do that. Yeah.
Was that the one in the beanie that was like shaking her head back and forth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 5-0 final for Florida, and that is now, like we said, 11-2 in the series, cumulative score to this point.
Yep.
Wow.
6th straight playoff win for Florida over Carolina.
Yeah. I was just talking about who would be the Conn Smythe favorite on VSiN for Florida, and I said, well, now Bob's back in the mix again with the shutout tonight, especially. But I said Bennett's got to be in the conversation. Yeah, that's the guy I mentioned up front, Bennett.
Verhaeghe,
Ekblad. I even threw out an Ekblad, and I said if he keeps going like this, and like he obviously was a little quieter tonight, but I said our buddy Cool Mint, don't even rule him out. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, very impressive. What can you say about Florida here? 5-0 shutout win. I know Dre is happy. He's got his Panthers cap on.
Yeah, I always threw it on because that was my bet today.
There you go.
Might as well wear it.
Yeah. Just and John Massey, Canes are brutal. Wow.
Yeah.
They look at. I mean, they were all in the Florida zone for much of that period, and they ended that period still below 10 shots on goal. I mean, nothing got through.
Yeah.
Nothing got through. It's what Allison says on the Kraken broadcasts. If I don't care about puck possession, it's what you do with it. What are you doing with it? It's not how much time do you spend in the offensive zone, but what are you doing with it? And Carolina did dick all with it tonight. That's the point. You can spend all you want, in the offensive zone. But if you don't do anything with it, it's useless. It's like going to a restaurant, you don't eat. You're going to the restaurant. Yeah, you can spend all the time you want in the restaurant, but if you don't eat, what the fuck are you doing there?
It's like asking a hooker for a hug.
Yeah, that's right.
I like that. Yeah.
John Massey just letting it rip, giving it to Carolina here in the chat. I can't argue with much of it. Yep. Just absolutely dominant first 2 games from the Florida Panthers. Pretty solid betcast overall tonight. We just piled on Florida essentially for most of the night, whether it was puck lines, whether it was team totals, whether it was next goal, which Alex cashed a bunch of those tonight on the Florida Panthers. Great stuff. We're going to gradually wind down the betcast, and we'll do so with final thoughts from the remaining people that you see here on screen. And we'll start with our guy, Pearlo. Pearlo, overall, your thoughts on the night and the Florida Panthers, man. It really does feel, and look, it really would at this point, even though it's 2-0, and you think, you know what, if they get the next one, maybe they're back in it. But at this point, with what we've seen in this series, it truly would be something stunning and remarkable for Carolina to win this series at this point. That's, to me, where we're at.
Yeah, it would be. And I know people are beating up on Carolina, but I think it's more.
We should praise Florida. Yeah,
Panthers are just absolutely spectacular, and I think they're going all the way. But thank God for this betcast, because actually I just looked at my bets. I would have been in the red on this game with some of the bets that I had, but then we just put out 2 units here and unit there, and all of a sudden you're totally green. That's why it's a good idea to be getting yourself on the Patreon and get on these betcasts. I don't think we've had a red day in a long time when we've done these live bets. We're usually green all the time, so, and it's a blast. It's fun. You get to talk to great people. So if you haven't got it, get in there on the Patreon and join us for Patreon only stuff too, because it's good times. But yeah, I'm taking Florida all day next game. I just can't see an avenue at all. I don't know how anybody could possibly bet Carolina for game 1 on the road after they just got shellacked like this. You think they got a better game than this? Maybe, but I honestly don't think it's because Carolina had a bad game as much as Florida just knew exactly what to do, because they do exactly the same thing. I've been saying this about Brindamore for a while. People give him props, and I love him. I had a poster on my wall when I was a kid, him and Stevie Y. But this man-on-man...
Showing your age, Pearlo, but you may continue.
Yeah, showing my age is right. I love him to death, but he's got to... I don't know if he'll ever figure it out. He might find himself out of Carolina. You never know. If he can't figure out a way to adjust or do like a 2-2-1 or, some other ways to beat a team, because...
He needs his. You know what he needs, Pearlo, right now? Down 2-0 in the series. He needs, at this exact moment, he needs what Paul Maurice had in the last round. That moment where somehow, in the top of his head, he comes up with a brand new line, puts them together, and they provide a spark to get the team going for the rest of the series, like Paul did with Gadjevich, Greer, and Noshek together. Yeah, and I don't know if he never capacity right now to do that. Yep.
He never changes his lines either. Yep. That's another good point. Yep. Yeah. And now you got Chatfield out and possibly Walker too. If you were down anything in these playoffs, you should be able to slam the crap out of them now just with this series alone. The other series, back and forth, who knows which way it's going to go. Overs first period, stuff like that. But this series, just slam Florida, and you should be okay, because I don't see any way that Carolina's coming back in this at all. I would be very, very surprised if they win one more. So I'm doubling down on the sweep. It's probably not as good of a price, but I got it. It's too good of a price, actually, whatever it is. If it's plus 200, that's good. Plenty. So Anyways, thanks for having me on again. It was a lot of fun. Say Dre, everybody that was here. It's always great. And we'll catch you. Well, I don't know who's on tomorrow, but I'll be in the chat tomorrow talking to you guys.
No doubt. Looking forward to it, Pearlo. Always great. Peanut, always good to have you with us. Your thoughts on the night?
Profitable, man. I love a profitable night, that's for sure. And I'll be on Florida as well. I don't care if Reinhardt's hurt. He's out. It doesn't bother me, man. The way that third and fourth line
Well, don't forget Walker's hurt too for Carolina, so it's one on each side that left the game and didn't come back. Jarvis left the game, but he did come back.
Okay. And then we got to wonder, I guess Kochekov might start next game. I don't know, but I mean, I think he gets some.
I don't think it matters at this point, honestly.
Yeah, it doesn't.
No, I don't think so. That's where we're at, I think, with that. Alex is going to roll, so we'll let him speak now, and then we'll let him head out. Alex, a great night. Multiple great next goal bets again. What else is new? Nothing new, nothing different there. Great stuff.
Next goal king.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah, the last 2 nights have been really good with that. This is the time of year for that, and like I said, just another great performance by Florida, just dominating in every facet of the game. Just completely shutting down Carolina, taking the air out of the crowd. We're talking about doing everything right that you're supposed to do when you open a series on the road, and now taking a 2-0 series lead home against a team that now has not won a conference final game over their last 14 attempts. That's pretty rough, man. Like I said, things don't seem to be getting much better for Carolina now as they head on the road. I don't know what they can change at this point to try and muster up a win. So. Like I said, we were on the draw. Like I said, we just continue to hammer, chip away things in Game 3, chip away things if they win in Game 4, and hope they close this one out.
There you go. That's exactly the hope. Alex, good stuff. We'll let you go because I know you got to want to roll. So
I got to roll. So I'll see you guys tomorrow on the Daily Show.
Yep. Yep.
No doubt. There he is, Alex B. Smith. He'll be back with me tomorrow, Friday, the usual time, 2 p.m. Eastern. Dre, good to have you with us. Obviously a happy guy because you were on the Panthers as well tonight, but your thoughts on the game? You're muted. I know. It happens to all of us. It's all good.
Yeah, my dog came in, so I wanted to mute it because he was panting like crazy, But yeah, I mean, anybody that's going to be taking Carolina, I don't even advise you to take any type of money line. You may want to take the team total, but I don't think, the Panthers aren't going to get any more than 3 goals. So if you like Carolina, it's like you just take their team total because the likelihood of them winning or outscoring the Panthers is slim to none. But yeah, interested to see. I do have a 2-1 Panthers future in the first 3-game series. So, but yeah, I think I'll just be on Panthers myself. I didn't see nothing that really told me that Carolina could do anything against Panthers. They just did everything better. So, and should be a good game tomorrow. So, tune in and see how that goes. And I'll probably be on Oilers, but should be a very good game.
Should be a good game. That whole series, I mean, if we can get somehow games 2 through however long the series goes to be as good as last night, the game 1 with the Oilers and the Stars, we're going to have a hell of a series there. And to me, I know people are kind of, I don't want to say that they're out on Edmonton, and they shouldn't be out on Edmonton after one game. They will fire back strong tomorrow night. Whether it's enough to win, is another story, but they will have a hell of a game tomorrow night. It's whether it'll be enough to win. Because you do have to factor in, there's a goalie that's in quite the groove right now on the other side for the Dallas Stars and Jake Ottinger. That even if Edmonton does play great, not going to be obviously, an easy task to be able to get the puck past him. But that's going to be a very intriguing game. How do the Oilers respond after that nightmare third period in Game 1 where they just lost their composure, got in the penalty box too much, and Dallas was able to make them pay. So we will tee up Game 2 of the Western Conference Final tomorrow. We will have dates for the betcasts next week. We will have 2 betcasts again next week. They'll both be Patreon exclusive, but we will have 2 next week, one for the East and one for the West. Most likely, although we may not be talking about having the East series going on anymore by this time next week, if Florida can finish it off in the next 2 games. But we will keep you posted on those 2 betcast dates for next week. Probably make those decisions by the weekend. That's a wrap. great betcast. Made some money along the way. Hope you all enjoyed it. This free-for-all betcast. We appreciate it very much. Hit the like button on the way out. For Pearlo, Dre, Peanut, everyone else that joined us earlier, and a special shout-out to Jason Demers, who joined us for a little bit earlier as well. I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great rest of your Thursday night, and join us again tomorrow on Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern, for another edition of the Ice Guys.